Your boy Golden Unk back at it again. Today with Slay the Spire 2. What a beautiful game. We I'm really excited for this game coming up known as Crimson Desert. Is it known as Crimson Desert? Black Desert Online is the MMO, and they've decided to make a single player game, and all the boys are excited, so I thought I'd show it off, give it a little way for anyone that's not playing to see it enjoy. But I wanted to practice a little of just getting back into the stream of things, so hopefully the sound is good. We're doing a little check to make sure. But Slay the Spire 2, I never played the first one, to be honest. I bought the bundle that just came out recently. It just seemed like a fun little puzzle game. And I've been so addicted on my phone to it, dude. I've just been playing it over and over and over, or on my deck. So I thought this would be a good one to get into. There's lots. Every mission feels like a puzzle. I'm sitting there being like, how big is my brain? I have to solve this. And I've seen people that are really good make it all the way through the game. I have been playing through. I've been trying out the different characters. I've beaten the first level. Whoa, it's so like, the color is kind of funny on my computer, dude. This one is really getting me the anti-blue light, That's making my whole face feel better. The silence, so he's a very rage guy, He definitely has, look at those red in his eyes. So he knows what I'm talking about. So each character is a different deck, really, that they kind of play around. And I'm just going to say this about this game. Let me take a step back for a second. This game feels like if you're good at it, you could be good at any board game ever. Does that make sense? Like, it's literally like they turned all of those card-based board games where you're like building decks and stuff. Like, all of those seem like they're based on this game. I don't know. I haven't played a whole ton of them, beside like I have played a bit more than like Catan and stuff. But after playing this game, Catan seems like for little baby. This is who we're going to be playing today. The Regent. Heir to the throne of stars, wields cosmic power, but his minions do the work. See, that's interesting. His minions do the work? I haven't gotten that too much. Wait, what are these little snake? That's so funny. I'd never noticed those. What does that do, dude? Are those his minions? Because he is the heir to the throne of stars. Because the stars kind of do all the fighting, I kind of like that. Well, I really like this character. So I felt like playing through the characters in order has helped me learn the game a little bit. So I beat it for the first time with Ironclad. His deck seems a little simple. Like, I feel like it teaches the rules of this game really, really well. That I haven't gone back to try the first one to see, but I like the way that each deck has gotten more and more complex. And like I said, I have tried them all to unlock them. Necrobinder didn't seem quite as complex as Regent. But Regent, I've made it to like the final boss and then gotten stuck there. So look. We'll jump into it here. So the story kind of goes, you're in this giant spire, right? I wonder, can I get back to that somehow? Compendium? Run history, potion lab, relic collection. We're just going to give up real quick. Make sure none of these are great. Gain 1 card reward and procure 1 random potion. That's anyways. Anyway, yeah, here's us. Death. Just my luck, just my luck. Continue. Yeah, we're going to be doing continuing a lot today. You kind of just got to bash your head against it, and it's really exciting because of that. So, the Spire, the whole timeline of it is that there's some kind of crazy planet that's born Prion, and on this planet, there's this incredible spire that connects to all darkness or something like that. Where did one of these say? Is this it? The clouds churn maliciously as the capital trembles beneath a storm so violent that this is the reopening. None dare to leave their homes. 12 days later, the rain stops. The cloud remains, but the flame has gone out. The spire opens its door once more. So thus the sequel. But let me see, do we have anything that talks about the first one? Chapter 1, The Calm. The blight stopped consuming. The dry, brittle ground begins to moisten. The clouds around the spire douse the lands. The sunlight pierces through newly formed cracks in the cloud. It has been done. Someone had slain the spire. So the first one, the spire's this giant thing. There's a super boss that's like its heart or something. And the main characters are all kind of different entities of rage and, you know, the heir to the stars and the ironclad warrior and the necromancer. So they're all warriors in their own right, come to challenge this spire that spews blight and power, and it attracts all these ancient powers that kind of help you too. And you kind of uncover the story, like all these little things we've uncovered as we've been playing through it. So I like that there is kind of lore to it too, dude, you know? They do just kind of look like scribbles right now, but I see the vision, you know? Even from the scribbles. Like, look at this. You can tell that's the Regent petting the whale we just looked at. Niao resurrected the defect. It's not the Regent. Whoops. Maybe it needs a little work. Still. This is the construct, the other character. He seemed a little complicated compared to the rest of them, so I see why they put him last. I think he was one of the other characters from the first one. But the news of the Spire's reopening made its way to the Silent, so she comes back. The Rage guy kind of gets brought back. You know, there's a lot of different lore to each of them. But our guy, the heir, saw this reopening and was interested. So he's one of the new characters. These are the two new characters, I'm pretty sure. So they've been kind of fun to play. So I wonder, the snake, are these his minions? Is that what it's telling me? Because I'm still trying to figure out this character. I feel like, okay, why can't I win? Receive this blessing. Yes, thank you, Niao. Okay, so he's kind of been learning some self-discipline from, he was very arrogant at first, you know, of coming in like, haha, I can do it. But he's been getting better and better. So, and now it's giving us, add 1 of 2 packs of cards, scroll of boxes. So each one of these things gives us kind of powers that we put in our deck. So this is Regent's deck. Every character starts with 4 strikes and 4 defends, right? And then they have 2 other cards. So this guy has Falling Star, which when you're playing, you start with 3 mana. So each one of these costs, you can see it's got a mana cost at the top. It says what it is here, like strike is the name of the card. And then like, you know, there's attacks and skills and powers. So you know how there's some games like there's the sheep and there's like the point cards and the damage cards. You know, each card kind of is given a typing, like an item or a Pokemon trainer card is a different type of card than like a monster card or an energy card. But in this one, they're really just attack, skill, power. So attack, you know, you deal damage to the enemy. You cast it on an enemy. The skills you cast on yourself. And then the powers last with you over time. So it's kind of like a passive that you can apply to yourself mid-battle. So nobody starts with those, but those can be kind of like defining of what you want your deck to be, I feel like. So far, it's given me that idea. Because anything you play in your deck means you scale once you've played it a little bit. And getting to it quickly is nice. So our 2 abilities are Falling Star, which costs 0 mana, but 2 of these star points. So we have a second energy that's like the sun and the stars, you could kind of think it as. And the stars, so suns, we get 3 each turn. This, and then that's it. Like they reset to 3 every turn. The stars stay over time. So like we start with 3 with the battle, and then we can get cards that give us more star points. So like this one costs 1 sun, but then we get 2 stars. Venerate. What does venerate mean, dude? Why are they putting vocab words in my video game? Don't they know that us gamers don't know venerate? Wow, I totally misspelled that. Venerate. Regard with great respect. Revere. Okay. Falling star, so we can bring a star down upon them. That's pretty strong. I mean, deals 7 damage, so it's better than a strike, and it applies a weak and a vulnerable, which are very important for us to stay alive, because as you can see, weak makes them deal 25% less damage. So sometimes if they're dealing like 25 damage, that's almost as much as a block just by dealing damage to them. And then vulnerable makes them take 50% more damage, which can be really strong and just like accelerating how much you can do every hit. I like that I have a clock here. I can actually see how long we've been streaming for just right away, you know? It's kind of nice, I haven't talked this much in a while. I got a big old water to make sure I stayed nice and hydrated while we walked through one of these. So an interesting that like you basically casting this is as much as like you could cast both of these, right? So 2 stars is worth 7 damage, 1 weak, and a vulnerable. Kinda. I don't know if that's makes a ton of sense. But and I have noticed so you can like upgrade. His upgrades aren't that strong. Like especially of these two. Like in your first character, upgrading Bash was kind of broken. That's all it kind of takes to win the first round with him is just upgrade Bash and make sure you're prioritizing it. I mean, that's how I want anyways. But you can't really do that with Falling Star. So I got to learn how to play a little better now at this point, I guess. Wait, my controller's all plugged in, so it's all looped up over here. So, you know, that's what we're working with. It's kind of a basic deck. Like, you want to hit him with the free Falling Star at first, and then kind of deal some more damage. He gets a block that's 0 and 1. So that's kind of nice, because then one of this is worth, like, a whole 11 damage, 1 weak, 1 vulnerable, plus 7 block, basically. Which is really nice, you know, at the end of the day. But anyways. So we're going to take Precise Scissors, remove 1 card from your deck. But the reason is that these abilities... Wait. Can we go back? No, I guess we can't go back. We already selected it. I wanted to look at the map first. So here is where we are, the Underdogs. The Underdogs are so much harder, dude. So I kind of like this because you can draw on it now. To kind of... Or I guess in the first one you couldn't, but I really like that. So you can see as we go through, there's like a couple different encounters you can see on the side here. So there's an unknown. So unknowns usually like trade HP just for an upgrade kind of straight up. Some of them can just be good. Most of them though cost like, I mean, anywhere from 3 to even like more than 20 HP if you go all the way through with some of them. And even when you lose HP, you always get a little scaling benefit, I feel like. More than kind of just your regular enemy card might be once your deck is built. But I found that earlier on, like you kind of want to fight some enemies and then save these for later because they save that same kind of amount of damage. And like early on, the enemies... You can really get away with almost taking no damage to some of them just by using your basic blocks and stuff. But the unknowns will always be dealing like 3 to 5, even late into the game when you're kind of fighting basics that do a lot more. So that makes me think like this way looks kind of good. You know, saying we're going to avoid some of those, and then we hit this, and then we can decide what cards we've gotten from these bad boys to say where we want to go from there. Because, so elites give you a passive, and up here are these like special passives that do more game breaking stuff like over time. So throughout the game, you can collect cards for your deck up here at the top. You can collect relics, which do special things like that can affect encounters, that can affect like the question marks, that can just give you HP. Some of them, like there's one that just revives you. They can all be very strong. There's potions, which are just a one-time use. Use potions during combat to gain bonuses or hinder enemies. And you can only carry 3. These can be very strong. I won as the silent because I had this thing that I had a potion belt relic that gave me 5. And then I got a blessing from one of the act boss blessings that gave me like it filled every empty potion slot. So that was just very good. I think that would have been good on anybody, basically. So potions and then the cards, yeah, are kind of the things you can get. And then gold, which you would spend on one of those at shops. And basically every basic encounter gives you like 10 to 20 gold. And then the elites give you a little bit more. We'll have to see how much elites give. But elites give a relic, which is really strong. And a card. Like they also give the basic rewards. So they just give a lot of rewards, but we want to be strong enough for them. And we are on this water planet where they're quite tough. Which, like, I wish we could get this and a second elite. Because I'm seeing this elite could be good. But we'd have to just go, oh, well, we could go this way, actually. To there. And hit this elite pretty late. And we get a shop to power up. And then we could go up this way and fight 2 still. I think 2 in the water is about as good as I could be. And then if we are really close to dying, we could just take this, you know, at the end of the day. And we'll still get 2 questions kind of later on when we can see how much HP we have too. And we might have some bad cards we want to remove more at those points. So this looks like a good plan to me. And we removed a card. So I'm going to remove, because we have this attack, I'm going to remove an attack. Right? Or do we need the damage early? I know we want the damage potential early. We're going to remove the attack. We'll pick up our early attack here, hopefully. Wow, we're how many minutes in and we've just made it to the first fight? Does it say here? 10 minutes in and we're at the first fight. Okay, so now we're ready to fight our first Sea Punk. Aggressive. So each encounter, you can see we've got 75 HP. They've got 44 HP. We draw 5 cards and we have to use those to kill the enemies. And it will tell you what the enemy is going to do on their turn. So we know they're going to hit us for 11. And unfortunately, because we don't have so this is where I'm showing you like this dealing weak will help him deal now 8. So we'd have to block for 8. We needed to draw another defend there. So I am glad we got rid of the strike. That kind of proves my point. We'll use the venerate on us. Well, he does have the vulnerable on him. So honestly, let's just defend and hit him with 2 strikes. Just to get the damage out. Because if we're not going to be pulling... Like, now we're going to pull a bunch of defends this next turn. Because we only have so many in our deck. Yeah. See, so 2 times 4. So now we can block all this damage, right? That's 8. And hit him with the block. And now he's only got 16. Well, so we'll need 3 strikes to finish him. Or get that venerate ability back. Yeah, so here we can Venerate and then Falling Star for free. And see, now that did enough. That one strike was all we needed to finish him off. Sorry, that might have been a bit quick there. I don't know if you're keeping up. So, okay, loot. So at the end of each fight, you get gold. Sometimes you can get a potion. Getting a potion this early is pretty nice. Like, that's kind of why I like taking these fights too. These potions really help you beat the elites at this level. And then we get to add a card to the deck. Monologue. Wait, maybe we've got to do this since this is me right now. Whenever you play a card this turn, gain 1 strength this turn. So this one we would kind of always try to play it. We'd want to be playing a lot of cards, basically. I mean, I think we've got to, just because I've been saying it. I haven't played this yet either. I tried Hidden Cache. Cloak of Stars was the other one I was talking about that's like an upgraded block, but we don't really want that early right now. Whenever you play, so it's just any card will make us do more damage. That seems like it'll increase our damage potential, especially since we lost the other strike, you know? So we're already still kind of small with our deck. Okay, we got 2 tadpoles. Watch out here. So see, here's where this can come in handy. So I can play Monologue for free. See, it's 0 cost, so pretty nice. And then we play our defense first, since that's all we've got. And now playing the 3rd defend, even though he wouldn't have done damage through it, we can play all 3 plus our Falling Star and it will deal way more. See, so that gives us 5 block. So that would finish him off. So you could just end turn here. But playing this last one now gives us 3 strength. And so Falling Star will deal way more damage to this guy. Well, 10, you know, from 7 to 10. I'm talking it big. It would be nice if we had maybe 1 strike in there too to follow up with it, but alas. That was all our defense, so. Thorns, I'm glad we weren't hitting at that guy. We'll try to hit this guy now and maybe... Well, what's 6 times 3? 18. So we can't finish him off. So we are just going to defend to block some of his damage. And then I think we just go... Well, I guess we could have finished this guy off. 2 on him. I maybe should have venerated too. I don't know if maybe I played that one a bit too quick. Thorns, but I think we just finish him off anyways. We will play a defend first, so we won't take as much damage. Yeah. And then I think defend so we don't take damage from this guy. He just isn't getting much stronger, so I'm not too worried about this kind of battle going longer. So this time we're going to Monologue, and we can't cast Falling Star because we only have 1 star left, but we will defend first to make sure we get the full attack of that Monologue ability. That's so funny that that's our ability now, is let me cast and cast and cast and cast, like, and then that makes me cast, and then that makes me cast. See, we got it again. So we really only need, if we do this, will we still need 2 hits on him? 8. Yeah, I think we will, actually. Well, that should block us from damage, at least, so... I'm glad I thought that through. We got another one! Wait, is this an artifact? No, draw 1 card. At the start of your next 3 turns, draw an additional card. Hey, that's kind of nice. I liked some draw cards. Okay, so here we have Alignment, which costs 2 mana, and we gain 2 abilities. We've got Gamma Blast, which costs 3 mana, deals 13 damage, applies 2 weak, and applies 2 vulnerable. So that's good, but it's kind of replacing a card that we already kind of like. I don't think we have... I think we might do this one, Refine Blade. I haven't tried him with the blade. Behold. What is it? That's literally like the buff from Elden Ring. Forge. The first time you forge each combat, adds Sovereign Blade into your hand. Adds additional damage to Sovereign Blade. Retain. Retain cards are not discarded at the end of this turn. So once I pull that, it will stay in my hand until we use it. And Sovereign Blade is an attack that you hold on to until you use it that deals 10 damage. So I kind of like that. 10 damage, but it costs 2. But you hold on to it and then you make it deal more? Like, Forge seems like this ability seems like it doesn't do much for us. Like, it lets us use a 2-cost card? But maybe I need to play it to see what I'm supposed to do. Like, this one that generates 2 move would be kind of nice. Like, does it show that it's rare? Yeah, I might take that one. Just for right now. Alignment. I don't know. We don't have much generation of that, but we'll see. We'll see. We got to try it out. You know, if it doesn't get us past round 1, then we learned it wasn't as good as we thought. Okay, because see, like here, I can only cast one of them. He's gonna do 8 damage, so we're gonna go Monologue. You know, that's okay. We can hold on to it. We're gonna go Falling Star. And then Defend. We'll only take 1. And then Strike. Dealing 12. Hey, that's not half bad. You know, we did decent damage there. I think that's a good turn. Honestly, these docks levels seem much harder than the forest first area. So we need this Venerate for sure, I think, just based on what we've been doing. He's going to do 6. So I think really we just defend and maybe throw an attack out. I know we're still going to take 1 damage, but him being at 16... seems like it puts him much closer in range if we get a good hand here. Yeah, see, like, we could Venerate for 5. Alignment for 2. And that lets us use both defends. I guess we would have still been able to with just 1 extra. And then we'll Falling Star. Dang, I didn't realize we didn't have the thing giving us strength every time on there. So we were just smacking at him. That's kind of funny. Okay, but we still won't take any damage, so that's fine. You know, great turn, I feel like. Because 9, we'll get him this round. Yeah, here we go. Monologue, Defend, Strike, Strike. Should finish him off, even with the weakness on. Let's go. These guys, that's me, really. They're having a great time down there. Okay, add a card. So, charge. Choose 2 cards in your draw pile to transform into minion strikes. Okay, I'm liking this. Deal 7 damage, draw 1 card. So, that's like a better attack. It only costs 1 and gives us free better strikes that draw. That seems good. This is the one I want. Yeah, let's charge, boys. Come on, let's go. Proceed. We did pretty good there. I'm liking our path right now, too, even. We still got... So we're going for 1, 2? Yeah, like that. I'm glad we drew that. I'd never realized that this deep in. And we still have a long way to charge. Okay, Sewer Clam, I feel like we should be able to get here. We have no damage, though. Honestly, he's attacking, so... And he's got 8 block, but he's got 8 plating. So, plating, we can see he's a clam, so he's pretty strong. At the end of his turn, he'll gain 8 block. It's reduced by 1 at the start of his turn. So, he'll lose as much shield as he has over time. So, I like the longer I take my time with him, kind of... Not the better, because he'll probably buff himself in other ways. But are we even dealing any damage this turn? Like, I think we just Venerate, Defend. and we both turtle up, you know? He'll hit us for nothing, we'll hit him for nothing. And this turn, oh, well then next turn, although he is buffing himself. So, yeah, let's deal some damage this turn. We will Falling Star, strike, and then charge to get our minions in. And we could defend. I don't think that does anything. Oh, so wait, did that transform? We didn't get to pick, actually. I didn't see which ones it turned. We'll just hit the defend. We should have thrown that defend in there first so that it could have had a chance to be swapped, but alas. Okay, so here, this is kind of good because we can monologue. Do the minions get extra? Let's see. Let's cast one first. They do. Okay. So, but they draw a card. So I don't know. Well, we want at least 14 blocks. So we might as well. And then cast one. Ooh, we got Falling Star. Okay. Cast Falling Star. And then cast another for 11. That's pretty nice. What is this? Draw one card. Should we do that too? We've still got one thing left. He's only dealing 10 to us now, so we don't need to rush. Let's save that. Let's save that. And we got a strike. Let's go. Okay, that drew the card for us. Wow. Okay, those were pretty strong, it feels like. He's not dealing any damage, and he's got one turn left. I'm liking it. It's a good start for our build so far. Okay, we need to do 10 damage. We don't have that, unfortunately. But he'll lose some more plating this round, so he'll be easier to get through, and we can throw a charge out there. Did that work? Charge. Choose 2 cards in your draw pile. See, this says choose. Oh, this is where I'm choosing. Well, we'll just do both defends. Oh, that didn't work. What happened there? I don't understand. We'll venerate to get our stars back. And we don't need to use alignment this turn. I do like that you can save alignment for when you really need the energy. Okay, he's going to hit us for 18, so we kind of need to finish him off. Dang, dude, we only are dealing 6 here. We could throw the weak at him. Will that even protect us all the way? No. Unfortunate. Wow. And here I was talking us up, and we didn't get enough damage here. We needed those minions. I don't understand why they didn't get shuffled into the pile. They definitely didn't. We didn't get 2 more. Maybe I had them mixed up or something? Okay, we'll strike since we've got to. And then I think just defend twice. I mean, weak makes him deal less damage to us. 8? I mean, that seems like it'll stop some of 8. Yeah, 13. So that saves us 5 damage. I think that's worth it for a potion. Because, like, if a potion's giving you 12 block a lot of times, like, for a week, they're never going to be dealing that much damage. Okay, this time I think we just get them with this. 10, 9 should finish him off. Okay, okay. We survived. We survived. Okay, so here we've got deal 7 damage, forge 5. So see, that wrought in war instead of refine blade. That kind of could fit what I'm going for a bit more here. You know what I mean? Are we wrought in war, you guys? I mean, I fought all of these dudes. Deal 7 damage and forge 5. So it doesn't give us the extra energy, but we already have some energy generation. Is this the forge set? You know, I've got the minions charging in, and they're free to draw more forge abilities? Like, is that what I'm supposed to do, is forge a ton and then strike? We'll try it. We'll try it. Rod and War is kind of new to me. I haven't seen it particularly. Let's see if it's got a good upgrade or something. We're pretty healthy, so let's click view upgrades. Forge 7. What does Forge do though? Adds additional damage. So really that's dealing 20 or it's dealing 17 a hit? That's kind of nice. Minion Strike Plus deals 10. Alignment gets us 3. Monologue we retain until we want to play it. That seems like what we want to do right now. Now, if we get it on a defend round, we don't have to cast it. We can save it for the good one. Okay, shop, what do you got for me in here? Another Monologue. A Shining Strike. Deal 8 damage. I think we take Shining Strike and we take a strike out. Right? Devastate. Deal 30 damage for 1 sun and 4 stars. A parry. Whenever you play Sovereign Blade, gains 6 block. That's a power. See, this doesn't seem good to me because even though it's a power, like 6 block, I guess if you're already casting Sovereign Blade a lot, but I feel like you only cast it once big at the end. Master of Strategy, draw 3 cards. We don't have enough money for that anyways. Here's what I'm thinking. Thinking ahead is draw 2 cards, put one card from your hand on top of your draw pile. Put 1 card from your hand. So you draw 2 cards, and then you get to put 1 to your next turn. So it's kind of like a free retain on anything, but you don't have 6 cards. Spoils of Battle, Forge 10. So again, a charging up move, which like there are defend rounds. So sometimes charging up isn't always bad. Shining Strike seems like what we can afford though. So we're going to take, I'm just going to stick with this. We're going to take a strike out, right? Or should I take a defend? We've got 4 defends and 3 strikes. See, but all of this that we've added deals damage. So we don't have anything that gives us block yet. Besides defend. Do I like that? We're about to get one that gives us more. Yeah, we're just going to take this strike out, and then we're adding a strike, so that's okay. That's what we want, is to replace the bad cards with good cards. Okay, let's go to the minion guy here. Okay, he can only take, so we've got the Skulking Colony. He's one, I mean, he's rough, dude. These guys will destroy me. Choose 2 cards in your draw pile to transform into minion strikes. So he's going to do 9. I think we do charge and 2 defends. And man, we've got both of the strikes in our hand, though. Do we go no defends? Do we go no Shining Strike? We wanted to transform both strikes. Can I go back? And not cast it? I guess now that I've looked at my draw hand. Venerate, we have gain 2 from this. And it deals 1. So we don't mind changing that one. And then, honestly, what if we just change the Rotten Roar? Like, we're turning it into an attack. What do we really need this for? Forge? Like, we don't want to deal big hits to this guy because he can only take 20 a turn anyways. I guess maybe these cards aren't the best. Dang, that will empty your deck quick, too. Okay, and then we're gaining 2 block. Interesting. Days. Oh, but will we be able to turn all of those into it? because that's what we want to do. Okay, here we will monologue. And then defend falling star minion strike. Defend falling star minion strike. And then shining strike. And honestly, we could draw. And then shining strike again. Let's alignment and then shining strike again for 13. Because no, we won't save those. Yeah, we want to just draw so we get the exhausts into our pile and try to transform them. That's our biggest hope right now, is that we can actually do that. Okay, so he's defending himself and he's buffing. So we are going to minion strike first. We drew a daze out. You know, getting them out this turn isn't the worst. We're going to shining strike. Interesting. Put this card at the top of your draw pile. So we'll keep taking this. We'll keep shining and gaining more and more energy, actually. And then we'll hit him with that. And then that's as much damage as we can do, actually. So we'll just end there. Strength 3. So we still need 2 more turns to fight him. Dang, and we drew 2... we don't want to cast charge, I don't think. I think we want to go falling star. Yeah, I think we'll be able to do enough to him here. Well, he had so much block on, actually. We'll do this one. And then 9 there. So he saved... Oh, 1 more damage would have been so much. Because now he's going to survive a whole nother level. And he's going to do 12 to us here. Ouch. I mean, I guess that's the thing, is maybe going the questions early on could have gotten us a relic of some kinds. Maybe I don't need to take all... Dang, we got 4 I guess we just need a turn where we just do 1 anyways. So let's monologue. 1, 2 block. We'll only take 2 damage. And then that makes this deal 10. Which, that's pretty nice, actually. Because now we just need that 10 plus 1 more hit, I think, which we drew. Right? 8 and 6 should get him here. We're going to Falling Star just for posterity. Nice. And we got a potion back. You know, we took a little damage. Start each combat with an additional energy is really nice. You know, a lantern to light the way. Devastate, deal 30 damage. We had a lot of energy there, actually. Black hole, whenever you spend or gain energy, deal 3 damage to all enemies. Guards, transform any number of cards in your hand into minion sacrifice. So this would just turn our blocks into smaller, like blocks that get destroyed. I think we take Devastate and we decide, because 4, then when we cast our minion ability, we'll be able to decide if we want to transform Devastate or not. Does that make sense? Black Hole seems good too, if we're that, because that will just basically add 3 damage to that Shining Strike that we're casting over and over. And we did just get the 1 extra energy, so if we get an 8 on it, because I do think, can't you see its upgrade? Oh no, it's just that it deals 4. Dang, why doesn't its upgrade an 8, dude? That would make it really good, actually. Maybe it's still good otherwise. Because if it's in my draw pile real late, I could just transform it into a minion guy. You know, we'll take that one. It didn't seem bad earlier, especially if we have stuff that, like, has multi-enemies and stuff like that. Okay, we've got a calcified cultist and a tadpole. So, I think we just roast the tadpole. I think we charge Defend, 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 attack. We want to change the strike. And what? We'll change the Rod in War too. You know, we didn't use it in the last run either. That's so interesting because it does mean our deck is so small, but like I don't know if our deck is strong enough to like warrant being that small currently. I think we just destroy the tadpole quick. Our power's unmatched. That's just 2. He's just dealing 9. Yeah, let's stop this guy before he gets it out there. Falling Star. We will Monologue. And then, let's see. Nothing else besides this costs. So let's get some energy in. And then 8. This will kill if he puts the 50 vulnerability on him. 9, it doesn't. Okay, this one will, though. So we'll just hit this guy with this. Right? Or I could hit that guy. Gain 10. Okay, that doesn't do anything special. Because if I hit this guy, we'll draw. Oh, no. This is what draws. But the doing the 1 will make this one deal more. But... so maybe that is what I should do, right? Because then that will put 10 on him. And then I can put 10 on this guy, too. And then draw it back to put 12 on this guy. And get 7 stars. Wow, we have no block? Whoops. Didn't realize that. I guess and if we ever wanted to get rid of that card, we could turn it into a minion. Well, we draw it every turn, so maybe not. So here I think we've easily got Black Hole because we have alignment and so much energy from Shining Strike. And then I think with Minion Strike, we see what we draw here. We Monologue into Defend, which makes this deal 9 damage. Look at that. Because the Monologue let us add 1 strength. Monologue seems okay so far. I mean, y'all know I like to Monologue out there, you know? Manifest Authority. Gain 7 block, add 1 colorless into your hand. I kind of like that because we need more. We need a good block and a colorless plus the ability to turn it into a minion draw seems really fun here. Gain 6 block, put a card, and we're not Cosmic Indifference. This is another block though. Manifest Authority. That's what we're gonna try to do. Yeah, put a card from your discard pile on top of your draw pile. That would be good if we had some kind of good card we kept going for, but it's more that we're trying to get the minion strikes out with us. Fight as a team. Let's see what we got here. Every 3rd turn, gain energy. So we're getting 4 energy on the 1st and 3rd turns now, which is kind of nice. We're going to take this, and I think we're going to rest. Because we're below half. And anytime you're below half, I feel like a rest is kind of nice with it. Especially with this, now we could trade some HP for something good here. Yeah, add Clumsy to your deck. Obtain a random relic. This is definitely what we're going to take. Because again, Clumsy, it will go away after the first time we pull it. Unless we turn it into a minion. And I feel like I know we're adding more to our deck now. So I do need to be careful. But a random relic? At the end of your turn, gain 1 block for each card in your hand. Okay. That's okay. We can remember it in a pinch, you know? I think we'll have to get Relic out eventually, so... Oh, the fish hurts so bad, dude. Okay, I'm glad we have 4 energy. See, this is where weak is going to come in nice with it, because we're only going to have 5 block. But now, he's only going to deal 12 damage, so... Maybe you can make an argument I should save that till later, but... Let's see. Black Hole we want to start with since we have a lot of energy, and this is going to be a bit of a longer fight. So getting it out early is going to help us get through this guy. Then it doesn't really matter. We've got 3, and we know we want to defend 1 to save 5, right? Or we think that's the least amount of damage he's going to deal to us. I think we Shining Strike, Strike, Defend. We don't need Venerate because we're getting 2 from Shining Strike. That's what I'm going to tell myself. Otherwise, it's just too much. We don't have anything that would really need the 5. We're going to pull that massive hit instantly after I say that, you know? Chomp, he got us. Okay, Charge, Shining Strike. I forget we have alignment too. This is good. Let's play Charge. Well, let's do Monologue first. Right? We'll get some out with Monologue. We're going to Charge, and we can turn Clumsy. See how good that is, dude? Wow. Yeah, Clumsy and Rod and War again. Rod and War is just our minion strike card. So then if we alignment just for the extra damage, what else was in here? Falling Star. So we'll still have enough for Falling Star next turn, and we'll Shining Strike anyways. So we might as well just get the extra like damage from that. 2 damage since it affects both cards. Wow, wait, we have no block? Youch, dude. Maybe I cut the deck too much. 9? Well, that's comparable to what we took the first turn. If we get him to 70, he'll stun. So let's do that this turn, you know? We're going to need to, too. Let's gain the random colorless. The bomb. At the end of 3 turns, deal 2 damage to all enemies. Huh. Okay, Minion Strike. Okay, Minion Strike again, I suppose. He's close. He's close. Falling Star will stun. Let's go. And we might as well get some more on him with Shining Strike. And then we can cast Bomb, too. Let's go. Okay, so we'll win after 3 turns if it takes us that long. Oh, just 2 more turns? That's kind of nice. And he's just going to debuff us this turn. Let's go. That's a great new move that we have there. So, Falling Star we'll put on him. And it's dealing that extra 3 from our Black Hole ability we have. That's kind of cool to think about too, the Black Hole. I feel like I like it when they make the cards kind of fit in with the vibe of the character. What's over here? Do we want to... Yeah, we could turn this and a Strike into minions. Because we're not going to use that again. And we don't really need that. We also can probably turn the Venerate ability. We've been hyping him up too much. So we just want to deal damage. Blocking doesn't really do anything for us. Right? And see, that's the thing with this is like, we'd need a lot of draw for that to be good. Let me put it that way. So I wonder if it's at the end of this turn. At the end of this turn, deal 40 damage. Let's see how close we would have been otherwise. We can Minion Strike to start. Minion Strike just because. Manifest Authority. Well, let's see. 6, 8. I think that would beat him anyways. We did pretty good there. We lost a little HP. I'm glad we healed ourselves before. Because as you can see, we went from like 32 to 55 and then back down to 40. So we would have like 15 HP otherwise. Upon pickup, upgrade 2 random skills. Wow. And there's, well, 8 block. We did need a little more block, you know? That's fair enough. Deal 12 damage. Next turn, draw 2 cards. I think that's what we want. It's an upgraded Strike. Guiding Star kind of fits with us. We want some more damage potential for sure. I feel like we didn't pick up too many damaging cards. And we've had a lot of extra energy because of that other Strike we have and all of our energy generation. Like, we have a lot of stars from the extra strike. The, what was it called? Shining Strike gets us tons of stars. And we pull it like every turn. So being able to draw more, I feel like it'll fit well with Guiding Star there. Rod and War, again, we haven't used it all. But it would be kind of funny to cast it a bunch, right? Because then you're dealing damage and it's continuing to buff up your blade. But again, for one, just to then make you do more damage, I like a little more utility, I think. Okay, so we got through 2 elites. With 40 HP, that's not half bad. Punch Construct. Okay, this guy intends to block. He negates a buff, which doesn't really affect us too hard. Like, look, alignment also goes with Guiding Star really well. I think this is kind of a nice synergy that I'm seeing. Not that we really need it. Honestly, our pull is kind of bad. Besides just we can get 16 damage out. Because really we wanted this to be the one that gives us more energy. Oh, next turn we'll draw 2 cards though. That's not too bad. And then we'll strike. So, you know, we'll get, see, 3 block just, you don't want to end your hand with a lot of cards, I feel like. He'll get 10 defend. Wow, we pulled so many cards this turn. Let's monologue. Let's see how we can pull this off. If we black hole into Venerate Falling Star, that costs 1, 2, which gives us 2 stars. And then we'll have 1 left for our defend 8. That seems like it would be the best. Because then this will deal extra damage on both Falling Star and Venerate as well. Right? Strength plus 1. Oh, and we used... Do we have Monologue this turn? Right. Okay. So Monologue gained 1 strength. What was the last one we used? Black Hole. Deal 3 damage every time we use an energy or create a moon point. Venerate. Spend 1 sun point. Gain 2 star points. Do we want to... No, we want a Falling Star. For 2 star points, Falling Star, dealing 9 damage, 1 weak and 1 vulnerable. See, that's really how my brain... It feels so good when your brain does that. Don't let anybody tell you different. Oh, this we can use to deal damage. That's right. Do we want to put the extra 10 damage on, or do we want to block for 8? I think we want to block for 8. Right? Because we're about to go up against the boss. We probably need to heal, especially if he's about to deal 6 damage to us. I guess he's only going to deal 4, because we'll end with 2 cards in our hand. So... But 4 damage, I'll still probably need to pull a heal out, you know? But not the worst. I feel like 4 damage, you're doing pretty good. Dang, we got charged with at the end. We will manifest authority. Yeah, we manifested ultimate strike. That kind of rules. Because now I think we want to defend an ultimate strike. How much damage could we deal to him? He's not weakened or anything. Why did this guy kind of roast me? I guess 5 defend and then ultimate strike him? Or do we want the 2 stars back to finish him off? I think we might need the 2 stars back, honestly. We'll save ultimate strike. It'll still be around. Oh, and that did more because of our black hole passive. So I'm glad we used that one, actually. You know, it was more like 11 versus 14, and we get it back to keep going, which I think we need to do to finish this guy. Now we can charge to get rid of... Wait, where's the other... I thought Clumsy was in here somewhere. So 7 damage, we want to be getting rid of the strikes. Rod and War is actually just a better strike overall. I guess it does add an attack to our card, but what can you do? What can you do? Venerate. We've got Monologue on, so we do want to throw the Defend out before we Shining Strike. I guess that weak is really making us do that much less damage. At least the Black Hole went through, because now I think we'll be able to get him even through his defense. 17? Can we do 17? Let's see. Shining Strike 8. Guiding Star 20. So I think we just need those two. 8 and Shining Star. Nice. Okay, wait. P-break, P-break. Wow. You know, a card game you can infinitely explain is kind of a beautiful thing. It's like, I can see why that would ever be hard to give up, you know? It reminds me of, isn't there some, is it Adventure Time where at the end Prismo and Jake are just like playing video games in a box? Endlessly explaining a card game and all of its abilities is my kind of heaven. Ooh, should we take Devastate now? I feel like we take Devastate now. I know we've got a lot of cards. It can be our last one. But 30 damage is just so good sounding. There's also Gather Light as an upgraded block. Is 17 a lot? Probably, huh? And we have the thing that exhausts, so it's really more like 15 right now. I think we take Devastate. Gather Light. Have we needed more defense? Kind of. Look at our HP. But I just like the offense, you know? We did just get that one that gives us a little block. We'll take Devastate. These shops over there, well, 148. Yeah. Okay, an extra battle. Not my favorite ever, but what can you do? Not the best starting hand for us either. We can really just 2-block and strike. What does this do? Whenever he deals unblocked damage, it gains 3 strength. So is this blocked, or will the 2 count as hitting us? Let's see. Oh, and we got 2 from that. So we actually, the Cloak Clasp came in handy. Okay, so luckily we got the Happy Flower. So does that stack from the last round? Interesting. We're gonna Black Hole first. 1, 2, 3. So we can't cast all of these. Let's cast Charge, though. Shining Strike and Guiding Star. We won't need Venerate because Shining Strike. Venerate we've kind of made useless thanks to Shining Strike. But if we need to get some back with a skill, it's kind of nice to have. So we want to Charge. We want to turn Strike and both of our good blocks. I guess we'll turn Rotten War. We haven't used it at all, so I don't know how to use it particularly. And then we were going to Guiding Star Shining Strike? Yeah. Dude, we didn't get any defense, so he's going to get a bunch of strength here, actually. That's kind of sad with it. Just one of those blocks would have made him not get any strengths here. 1 block? So he actually only gets... Oh, he gets it for all of the damage. It gains... Oh, it gains 3 strength. Okay, but can we finish him off right now? Let's Monologue. Into Falling Star 7, which will then do 8, which will then do 9. And then Shining Strike should finish him off, I think. And these will do more because he'll be vulnerable. Yeah, let's go. And our Black Hole damage, so... I think we're good here. We don't take any of these. We skip. Deals 7 damage to all enemies. All enemies lose 1 strength. Yeah. That's a pretty strong attack. It's just like, We only have 2 strikes. Crush under. We need to be drawing more defense. Like, if Forge gave you block at the same time, that might be okay, but... Okay, so here we take the rest for 53. This is about how it goes for me, I would say. This is about how well I've been doing. I don't feel super strong. I don't feel like this is impossible. The fish, Soulfish, what does he give us? 2 status cards. That's not the worst, thanks to charge. We have lots of attacks here, actually, so that's not the worst ever. And we'll get an extra charge next turn. So, yeah, I think we charge and transform both strikes. Or should I do a strike and a venerate? Let's just do both strikes, because he can go invulnerable. And then we do Rot in War. Ooh, and there's Sovereign Blade, deals 15 damage. I just think we want the cards next turn, right? Especially to block his attack. So let's do that, yeah. We'll retain Sovereign Blade, so... And I guess it'll give me block? Okay, deal 1 damage as if that's in my hand. Or deal 6 damage. Gotcha. So, if we could... I'm glad we still have Venerate here. We don't have Monologue. We have Manifest Authority to get a random colorless. I think that might be how we start, because we need some block. He's going to be dealing 16. Master of Strategy, draw 3. Can I see how many I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I think that'll draw me up to 10. I think 10 is the maximum you can have. And then that should pull Monologue. Which then I want to do Minion Strike to start drawing. I think I want to draw some more. I've got 2 blocks that can get me... Well, just 1 will get me there, but I'm going to take an extra 6. So I need to be blocking 16 plus 6. That's 22. So 7 plus 16 is enough. So maybe I just start with the blocks on like that. You know? And then we can Shining Strike. Let's draw these other 2 first, see what we get. Yeah, because, like, do we want Black Hole out already? I feel like we kind of want Black Hole the most. Yeah, we might as well do that. And then we'll just do another hit. There's Devastate, but alas. We'll just have to survive these and go to the... Oh, I guess we could have saved one because of the amount of cards we would have had in our hand. That would have been hard for me to think up, I'm going to be honest. Okay, so here we want a Monologue. He's going to deal 7. So 1 defend should be enough if we can save some for that. This will be enough too, actually. So 1, 2, 3 is what we'll do. That looks good to me. Shining Strike. Let's, we'll Manifest Authority first to see what we get. Deal 4 damage. Okay. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. At the start of your next turn, return this to your hand. Wait, can we keep that? That's actually really good for us. Because we would basically just keep making Monologue better, right? So that lets us cast Falling Star. We needed the 2 energy back. Nice, dealing a little extra there. Now it's dealing 6, so we could block once more to deal 7, right? Yeah, might as well. Get that little extra in. I guess we're always going to be drawing it, so maybe it could be a weak draw to have over and over again. Just one beckon on us. Not too bad, not too bad. Wow, we pulled both beckons. It really has not worked where we could turn these into minions, that's for sure. I don't mind getting this guy out. I could cast both beckons. And then Shining Strike to get some energy. And that will stop, that will get rid of them, I think. No, that just moves them out of my hand, darn. But yeah, that keeps us from taking any damage this turn. And we'll hit him for 11, you know? We've got our black hole running. 11 is not much that turn. Ooh, and he's intangible this turn. So see, this is where we want our defense. So 8 defend seems good. Venerate seems good. I wish we could retain this. We can bolas. Just, you know, to deal an extra damage. And I guess that's it, really. I mean, we could keep dealing 1 over and over for a couple more moves. We're at 11, so let's see, 11, 12, or 8, 9, 10, 11. So we just need 3. We could deal 1 more damage to him. Maybe get the Sovereign Blade out. We'll just get the 2 stars, actually. That's what we'll do. We'll take 2 extra stars to go up to 7. Okay, so he's going to give us 2 more of those things. Ooh, and we got charged the first round, though. That's what we want. So Monologue, charge, and we can turn 2 beckons in. So that is what I've been wanting it to do, is to cure us of some of our damage, or some of their status effects. Like, that's really nice for us. So we can just go all out on the attack. How do we get the most out of this, though? 8, 13. This one is free, so I think we just do free for that one. And then I've got 2 left. Do we want more stars and this again? I think yes, honestly. And then we'll draw 2 more. I really like the guiding star synergy there. And because that cost some, it did even more. So those were kind of the 2 to go to make our black hole better as well. Oh, and like I said, it's just like, it's so good at how you get to talk about it. There's just something about how they all interact. This one, it does feel good, I will say. This deck has felt pretty nice. Do we have Monologue? No. So we've got Falling Star. I think we want to start with that. We need like something that uses energy or stars to give us block. And there's some 0 cost ones that are kind of nice, actually. So we'll Falling Star. And then let's get the minion strikes, see what else we'll draw here. Devastate we got. Let's use the other one. Venerate we got. So we've got 3 energy. 1. We can throw a defend out. We don't have any other defense, though. So we're going to take a nice 13 minus however many cards we've got in our hand at the end. So we definitely want to use this one. Is 3 damage worth more than 1 HP? I guess we'll see. I liking this music too here. 8 damage, 11 damage definitely is. So that's 1 plus Devastate will do 33. Ooh, wait, he's weakened. We'll actually just finish him off right here. Okay, easy clap. We didn't even need to rest there. We could have upgraded. I would not have realized that. I feel like our minions really stopped a fair bit of his damage. Okay, so 100 gold, a strength potion, and we get to add a card to our deck. At the end of combat, gain 30 gold. Wow, that's kind of nice. Deal 18 damage at the start of your turn. Plays from your exhaust pile. So wait, this just deals 18 damage every turn after you've played it? That seems strong. Bombardment. Are we going full damage? Foregone conclusion. Next turn, put 2 cards from your draw pile into your hand. So if you pulled this one first, you could, yeah, that doesn't seem like it's fast enough or strong enough. At the end of combat, gain 30 gold is kind of funny. You know, I've got a fair bit of gold. I haven't found that the gold has been that helpful. But, you know, kind of nice. I think we take Bombardment just to see. If we get it earlier on one of these turns, we get extra energy and we can use, we just need like something to replace some of that defense with now. And maybe, you know, we're doing some big hits here. Okay, so we've got, I'm seeing this early shop seems kind of nice. Let's see where we've got this early guy. I don't think we want to take that early guy. I think we avoid him. I think we wait, and we still want to do 2. So it does look like 2 is the most any line could do. But I think we go this way and take him and him. This one is just so early, it seems very difficult to want to go that direction. I mean, your next one isn't until late. There's no rest between these two. So we'd really need to be on top of it by the time we got to this guy. But we could always just take an escape route going this way. We'll draw a sad face by that just so we know that we don't particularly want to go that way. Let's see. We could take these 3, so less questions at the beginning. Because we don't really need... Although, do we want the early shop? I wish we could take the early shop up this direction and come and still fight 2 baddies, but this way I think we take and we get this really late shop and we go there. So we're not going to have like any, because 2 card removals here brings us to 17. That's kind of nice, but we're not going to have any now. Unless, but maybe one of these is, and then we can just try this again. Because we don't really need cards. We're not really going to need money until late. So I think taking these is nice. The one thing is just like, there's only the 1 rest. Maybe we just won't take any damage. I mean, going this way. So do we take this way to get a second rest in between them? You know, we get 2 rests, 1, 2, which like one of those is basically a guaranteed upgrade since there's nothing in between them there. I really love drawing on this, if you can't tell. And then we get a bit of an earlier shop, and it's before this guy. So the question is really can we take this one? Which, okay, we were just saying our deck feels pretty good. I guess if we're here and we don't think we can, we could just go this way and say, well, we got the really nice, cheesy, like this path here. You know? But we could even go this way and take another charge here. Right? I mean, look, that's like 3 connected right there. This has got to be a fight, I feel like. So we could have a heal and basically 2 upgrades right there before this one. Or the shop before the guy. I think the shop after is better because then we'll have more money anyways. So yeah. Okay, here's what we're going to do then, I think. We're going to go up this direction. Go this way. We want that question. And then decide here, if the question is good, we'll really be able to take this guy. And then we'll get this health. we'll come up this way and go this way to fight this guy. And hopefully by then we've got a good build coming along. All right, I've got to do a water break though. Okay, and also depending on what we got the dragon, which I feel like might have some good spells here. I'm back. Ah, you're asleep, of course. Let's see here. Oh, and then we get to choose part of him, which powers us up. Add 2 relax to your deck. Gain 15 block. Next turn, draw 3, 2 cards, and gain 3. But it costs 3. That's nutty. Remove 5 cards from your deck. After combat, randomly add 1 back upgraded. We're going to be getting a lot of upgrades. Or at the start of your turn, draw. Draw? Y'all, I'm going to have to pee again. All this water has been going right through me. It's been kind of nice, honestly. And I've got to think about this for a second. Wait, let me... I mean, who would take this guy's horn? 1 draw... every round? Wait, at the start of your turn? We gotta take that. Let's look at what our upgrades do. See, like I said, not great upgrades. Most of them just add like 2 damage. That technically adds like 6. That would help a little, but none of these, like retain was really strong, I think. But 4 damage, 10 damage, that's a fair bit, right? Oh, that's dealing 6 more. So it's a bit of an upgrade on some of these. Like draw 3 cards is kind of nice. I think that might be one we upgrade. I think... eight block and an upgraded colorless sounds really nice too. I think that might be one we really go for. Because we have some of those upgrades coming up. So I think we try to upgrade Manifest Authority and Guiding Star. But we take the draw here. Okay, and we're on our way into Act 3. Right? Or is this Act 2? What boss are we up against? The Insatiable. So this is Act 2. The Hive. You know, we're up against the Doom boss. Okay, so if we have 15 block, it becomes stunned. So we definitely want some block, which we didn't pull any of. Which makes me think maybe we just try to beat this guy down. Right? We really didn't draw any block? Yeah. So, Monologue. 1, 2, 3. We're definitely going to get to cast everything. We won't have... Yeah, we really have no block. Rough. We'll use Black Hole. You know, cast another one. And then I think we want a Falling Star. I guess we'll get Forge out too, though, right? Because we can't cast Devastate, actually. It costs too many stars for us. But if we do 8 plus 8, 16... really, that'll be 9. Plus 10... plus 5? Is that enough? 16... Wait, we're so close. Okay, so this will do 8, and he'll have weak. He'll take 50%. I think we just try it, right? 50% more damage. Then we're... oh, and he took the extra 3. Then we're Wrought in War. And we got the Blade, which does 18. Does that do? Yes, let's go. Okay, and now we'll just take the 7 from him. Dang, 7 damage to start off. Maybe we should... I guess we even had Strength. We got 2 defense, so I'll only take 5. Like I said, 4 or 5, that's pretty okay. He's got 7. We need to block 7. So this will block everything. We might as well just throw that out there. Shining Strike charge. We've got 2 energy left. I think that's what we want to do. 12 plus 2 draw. We haven't needed more draw. Yeah, I think Shining Strike for 8 plus the 4. That's right. That gives us more. Because now 12 plus 3, 15. That'll finish him here. Nice. So, first encounter, 5 damage, 10 gold. Ooh, gain a sun energy and gain 1 for your next 3 turns. That's kind of nice. Forge every start of your turn. Yeah, we skipped those. Okay, second guy. This guy will steal one of yours. Look at that. He's starting dealing 17 damage, and he's going to steal one of my most valuable cards here, I bet. We have no defense again. We're really not starting with any defenses. I think we charge to turn like this, and what else do we usually turn? I guess Venerate. Into Minion Strikes. Rod and Roar, Strike. I think we Guiding Strike for the 12, the nice juicy 12 damage. And then we Rot and War and Strike. I wonder, would 2 strength, we cast like 4 spells? No, that wouldn't have done anything particularly. 17 for this hit just feels painful though. Jeez. On our map, I'm glad we're taking... This guy's going to be rough, actually. I hope we get something good over here, because we've had some bad draws. Okay, only 14 at least. Look at all that draw we just did. Jeez Louise. I really would like to try this Bombardment. 3, he's not attacking us this turn. We might as well, right? We could do that plus Black Hole. You know, a little setup turn. Shining Strike would get us 2 back, but we don't really need that. We could get our colorless out. You know, we got so many cards this turn. We'll just do the Black Hole. I mean, honestly, with enough damage, we might have just been able to finish him off like the next turn even. With between Shining Strike and the Blade there. What did he take? Oh, he took Monologue? Yeah, we've got to get him, though. Bombardment. So it only did 9 because he's flying now, which makes him take 50% less damage. Jeez, that's a lot less damage. So we Minion Strike him to try to finish him off. How do we make him fall? Let's Manifest Authority. We really need something that casts, like, Vulnerable or something, I think. We might not have as much synergy as I thought. 21 damage. So, anything with blue on it will make us do extra? This will block enough for us. Thinking ahead... Let's do that. We'll put Sovereign Blade down. We'll put... What do I want to put back in? I've got 2 energy left. So with 2 energy, we want to defend ourselves enough. And the next turn, we want to be able to deal damage. So let's put Shining Strike back in. I feel like that's our most 8 damage, plus it does the 3 from the Black Hole. So then we can defend and not take any damage here. We could do this. No. I think we'll get him here. We still have 2 more turns. Oh, and that's bonking him, dude. We've got the Bombardment coming in. That's why he's roasting us right now, is the Bombardment is blasting. Okay, so here we want Shining Strike. I was going to say, wait a minute. Falling Star. That got him. Okay, we took one big hit. We definitely want Monologue back. Thank you. Prophesy. Draw 6 cards. Wow. Do we like draw? Forge 3. Sovereign Blade deals double damage. Solar Strike. Deal 8 damage. Gain 1. So that's just kind of a worse one than we have. Yeah. Prophesy is interesting, but who needs to see the future? We either win or we don't, you know? There's no other ways about it. Okay, these guys put like days in you or something, so I'm not as worried about them. We're going to Shining Strike Devastate, I think here. 8, so we do want to block something. That deals 38 damage. That's pretty strong. We have so much energy, actually. Wait. So, yeah, that's what we'll do. We will throw our defend up just because we're going to need it. We will Shining Strike. We will Devastate. We will Guiding Star. Oh, he doesn't have enough stars. Dang. So we'll just charge then. And take Strike. And maybe Alignment? Maybe Venerate. It seems like we've been low on stars, so let's do Clumsy, actually. It's just bad no matter what. So we can at least get the Strike off here. Okay, and this a little extra defense. You know, we're going to be taking some damage, it seems like, from some of these. Okay. Now, we want to finish this guy off. Probably Shining Strike Falling Star. I wish we could Falling Star first, that's for sure. And then we'll defend up. Because that'll just take 2. So Shining Strike. Because I think if I could use those the opposite way, it would have made us take no damage. Ultimate Strike could finish him. What did he put in our deck? Something bad? We'll just have the 1 to fight, Dazed. That's not the worst. We'll have 6, so as long as he doesn't get us, I think finishing this guy off is better. Well, 8. No, I think blocking the 8 seems better. Yeah, because we'll take no damage thanks to our extra blocks. I think we just learned to deal with the days. We haven't drawn them back in yet anyways. Okay, so here we've got Monologue. Honestly, Minion Strike Bombardment doesn't seem half bad. 19 damage next turn. Rod and War. Yeah. Let's do... Does it matter which one goes first? Not particularly. We'll do Bombardment to see if we draw. Okay, Venerate we can't really use. Because we want the Bombardment out. Because see, now we'll deal extra damage to him even if we're dazed throughout it. So that kind of plays well with what they're actually going for here, you know? It's like, sorry, bud. You're still gonna get hit by this at the end of your next turn, no matter what you do to me. Okay, we'll do this. Falling Star, Shining Stars. We got him anyways. Okay, not half bad. Know thy place a 0 with a weak and vulnerable. That's exactly what we were looking for, honestly. I think we've got to take that. The extra weak and vulnerable on something that's a free cost, we have a ton of draw. A room full of cheese. This room is full of cheese. You look around to see if there are any traps, and above you is more cheese. The candles in this room appear to be made of cheese. The furniture is also cheese. Suddenly, the door slams shut behind you. It is made of cheese. Gorge, choose 2 of 8 random common cards to add to your deck. Or Search, lose 14 HP and obtain the Chosen Cheese, which at the end of combat gains us 1 max HP. 14 damage. Do we survive the boss? 2 common cards sucks, though. Y'all, this might just... The Chosen Cheese might finish us off, you know? Unfortunately, 14 damage is so much. We'll beat him with the potions. You scourge about for hours and hours. Time slips by as your mind travels to strange places from the sheer presence of all this cheese, and you fade into a stupor. You snap awake and realize you're holding something. The Chosen Cheese. You know, if we are the Chosen Cheese, then that's what we need to take. Okay, he's debuffing us. I don't mind that on a first turn. We're going to Black Hole. Geez, I wish I could use both of these. Deal 12 and draw, or do we want the weak and the hit? I think we take the weak and the hit. You know, 7 plus 3 and then another 6, 9. Yeah, it's going to be more than this 12. Although the draw 2 cards, you know, that's just what we'll do. We already drawed the clumsy. Freaking clumsy. And we can do the strike. Okay, unfortunate. He's going to debuff us. What's that going to do? Tender. Whenever you play a card, lose 1 strength and dexterity this turn. You know, we'll monologue so that at least we'll do the same damage. And then we'll send a Know Thy Place. I think that sounds good. 12. Ooh, only 3 block. I think we do that though. We need some block. I mean, this isn't even the guy. You know, this is the guy before the guy. We're still on this guy. Yikes. Maybe we'll skip that one. You know, we got the Chosen Cheese for the scaling. Like, we already got the strong relic. And if we can just survive, that might mean more here. Rod and War for 6 damage, I think sounds like our best next move. And then Strike to deal 5 damage. I mean, that's really all we can do. I like that I was gaining and losing strength at the same time. We maybe should have cast the defense first, I think is how I misplayed that. I think I could have saved like 2 more HP or something. That stays on us? What the heck? Bombardment seems really nice here. I feel like I Bombardment Manifest Authority. I mean, if I Manifest Authority, that's 7 block. That's 7 block. And then that's like 3 block. So I could block him out, you know? But it's just like, how long does that last? If I Bombardment, well, and then I could Shining Strike. This just puts his clock on. 18 damage seems like a lot. Like, maybe I Radiant here too to save a little HP. You know, now I can Manifest Authority and block. And I think that's a good start there. 12 instead of... Woof, I'm still going to take a big hit from that. That's kind of... Oh, nice. I got 17, actually. You know, Cloak Clasp, you're better than I gave you credit for, let me tell you. And Bombardment is going to come in clutch against this guy. Although, does that already make me go down some? That's rough. Here we... Like, why does that stay on us the whole time? Here we Shining Strike. Falling Star. For the vulnerable. Now he's only dealing 12. So we definitely want to defend. And then I think we just hit him with our last two moves too. Actually, maybe we venerate and then hit him with Guiding Star. And then maybe our bomb just gets him this next turn. Youch. Nice, okay. I don't know if the bomb was the way to go, but I mean, it did, like, maybe that turn I would have already got him? It did so much damage, though. Put a card from your discard pile back on top of your draw pile. You know, I think because we need some specific blocks, like, I just feel like we haven't had good block. No, we're gonna take this one. There's no way we beat that guy, unfortunately. Okay, the mites don't seem that bad. I can do this, too, just to even start. We're gonna throw it at that guy. And then one defend will save me. I can put this out and then draw it back with that other card. So let's turn Strike and Rotten War. No, Clumsy. That freaking Clumsy. I can't believe I haven't removed that from my deck yet. We need that shop. And then we can play Cosmic Indifference for the defense. Wait, does it just draw at random? Which one did it pull? Charge? It must have pulled Charge. Which one had I wanted it to pull? I guess because there was only one. I guess that's what I wanted it to do, you know? Give me those minion hits. At the start of your turn, if this card is in hand, take 5 damage. Oh, so he was like casting a hit at me. Dang. Okay, so we want to Black Hole, Falling Star, defend. Oh wait, Manifest Authority is a better defend. Well, 8 versus these each do 5. So I could go this 19, 16. This gives me 7, 8, and both of those will actually give me 1 for being in my hand, thanks to this Cloak Clasp. So I think that's what we do. Production, gain 2. So we can even do this. Forge 7. If it gave me 1 more, I could even cast that move at them. But I guess if I do that, 9 isn't going to get to me. So maybe I forge... Yeah, I'll just forge him. And then Sovereign Blade. Alignment. And... Let's see. We'll do the defend, I'm thinking. We'll just turn into a minion. And we'll just blast through this guy. 5, 5... 9? He really hits me for 1 there? I'm kind of shocked about that. Okay, Bombardment got him, though, at least. Wait, no. Let's start with the Monologue. And then we'll do Minion Strike, dealing 7 damage, plus draw 1 card. Right? Or do we want to do one of these other first for something? Like gain 8... No, let's draw the cards first. We want to see what else we get. We got another Minion Strike, which is perfect. We got a Know Thy Place, which is kind of what we want. Now we can Shining Strike for 18. We could Venerate and then blast him with this, but this actually just does enough. We didn't even need the blast. Ooh, and give us that 1 extra. Another Monologue? Would 2 Monologues be worth? Probably not, huh? What if you get them both at the same time? Then one is just 1 extra strength for the first one, and you try to, like, retain it or something like that? You know? Oh, let me put a pause on this. So let me see. I think we just skip. Choose one of 3 random colorless cards and add to your hand. Like, the colorless cards are kind of nice. I will say, I've been enjoying them with just our summon one. But I don't think we've had enough energy production, to be honest, to feel like that's the way we want to go. Okay, we just fought that guy. You know, here, give me that rest. I mean, do we do 2 rests? That's probably not enough scaling, huh? What's inside? Candelabra. At the start of your second turn, gain 2 energy. Okay, wow, we're all in on the energy this round. Here's an upgrade. So we can upgrade. What is bombardment? No, we wanted to upgrade Manifest Authority. Right? What does upgrading... Oh, I guess that one was upgraded. The one that did 1 and 1. Was it Shining Strike we were thinking of upgrading to? 11. No, it wasn't. It was like Guiding Star to draw 3. But honestly, at this point, I feel like this one has been better for us. 8 block and an upgraded colorless seems very strong. Lucky, we got a second chest, dude. See, we didn't even need that. If you end a turn with at least 10 block, deal 6 damage. So now we have a reason to spend some of our block. Do we want to heal again? Or do we want to upgrade again? I feel like these upgrades weren't as good as I was hoping. You know, like, do we go 4 damage with Black Hole? Is that what we're thinking? We could upgrade another block for 8. That just feels bad. We want to transform those. Transform 2 minions. 10 damage. Yeah. Gain 3 energy. Gain 3 stars. Gaining 3 stars is... I thought this one was gain 3 stars and deal damage. We have been using that one the most, I feel like. But this seems like it would affect us more at the end of the day if we're just going for straight damage. Because we have been casting a fair bit of, like, Shining Strike, Falling Star. So I think that's what we should do. I mean, unless we just make Bombardment. Since we're spending so much on Bombardment, having it deal 24 damage over and over honestly seems like what we should do. I know that might be going too all... Maybe Bombardment is noob bait, but... You know, send them after me. I'm a noob. We're gonna know thy place first. We've got 5, so I think we can cast everything, honestly. So yeah, let's cast Black Hole. Maybe we should have done Black Hole. I'm already learning my lesson. Weak Strength. We're going to Manifest Authority. We're going to do this first to see what we need to block. 16 is what we need to block. Yeah, we're going to Manifest Authority for 8. Fasten. Gain an additional 7 block from defense cards. That's just a power we can use. Okay. That might come in handy this match, actually. So we'll just do that. We'll Venerate to get some damage out and, you know, some more block. And then we will transform both our strikes. Since we've got the Clumsy in hand, so... Not my favorite of turns. We've already taken 8 damage. Well, we've already taken 7 damage, actually. Thank you very much. Okay, I do like this, though. I'm seeing we've got 15 block from these now, so that's quite nice. We have so much energy as well. Let's just Falling Star into Minion Strike to see what we pull. We got a Shining Strike, and he's only dealing 12 now, so 1 block will block him here. Honestly, even just one of these will. So let's gain 2, hit him again. See, that might have been a good strength round. I feel like I don't always think about the strength until I'm like, wow, I actually hit him a bunch of times this time around. We ended with a lot of energy, but, you know, we don't have any extra draw from that. Here comes... Oh, we didn't get it yet. Okay. So we want a monologue while we've got it. We could alignment to get extra to cast everything here. Honestly, seems like it could work. You know, we don't have anything else that really costs besides Devastate, and I don't think we're going to be getting through that much. So let's alignment. Then we will throw our first defense up. So we'll still need at least 6 more. Minion Strike is going to, like, pull our big bomb, I think. Okay, so I think we throw the big bomb and we gain a block. 9 blocks should be enough. And we're going to take out Monologue. So now we know we're going to pull Monologue, and we're going to do 28 damage every turn. And I still have 1 left. Let's go. Give me 2 more energy. Wow. Great turn there. See, another one that I'm like, I maybe could have used my strength potion, but now we might have that for the boss here. He still did 4 damage to me. That's kind of impressive. What is this doing? The first time it takes attack, the attacker gains energy. Oh, well, that's nice. No wonder I've had so much energy. Okay, Monologue. I think falling... No, wait. First we want to Venerate. And then, honestly, we might as well just throw the Defends out so that these deal more damage. 10, 11, 18 with the 50% more. And then does this beat him with the bomb coming down? Oh, he gained 20 strength, dang. So not quite. He's got 18. Let's see. And I've already gotten the energy from him. So we probably want the random colorless first. Salvo, 16. That should be enough now. That was a good colorless, jeez. The big cheese. Bronze scales starting each turn, you know. With some extra HP, that can be okay. It's a little extra chip damage. Gain 2 stars. Draw 2 cards. Is that worth it right now? Ooh, I'm so tempted for that for some reason. I mean, draw 2, we've had a lot of energy. Gain 11 block next turn, gain 4 block. We need block, but for 2 costs, that's too much for me. We have a lot of energy things that I feel like 2 could be okay, and then we can exhaust it after the first round. That's my thinking on this. Okay, Pillow, when you rest, gain an additional 15 HP. Could be worth 7 HP. Upon pickup, obtain an additional copy of a card in your deck. When this one was upgraded, was it free? If you have no attacks in your hand, draw 2 cards. Deal X a number of times. Any powers up here? No. Okay, let's take out the Clumsy. You know, that's just a perfect, we might as well get rid of it. We could still get one of these. I think if we take this and the rest, that's the most worth for the most HP. None of these other 2 seem as good as I was hoping they would be. And none of these cards are really speaking to me. Forge 30, like we've already got a big blast move. Yeah, I think we take the Pillow. And I think we take the Pillow and maybe go for our early shop in the next round. Droplet of Precognition, I guess, can really change a turn up for you. If you have no attacks in your hand, draw 2 cards. No, I think just taking the extra relic is pretty beefy from the get-go. Okay. And then here we take the heal. 23 plus 15 is a 38. So, yeah, honestly, we're still 10 away from max thanks to the chosen cheese. Like, although we'll see. This guy I feel like doesn't usually deal much damage to me, that I might not have needed all of that. Okay, so we want to put a card from your discard pile on top of your card. Let's black hole first. We know we want that. Weak and vulnerable. We're not dealing any damage this round, actually. Like, this is an attack, but we don't have the stars for it. 4 stars is rough. I think we do this. What is it? If we end with 10 block, we do a damage, but we're not even going to do that. But I think we just do this to put the vulnerable. I mean, we'll redraw it with Cosmic Indifference. And then we'll save our stars, and we'll go charge to turn both of the... Well, 1 strike and maybe 1 block? I think both the strikes. You know, we'll go through it quick. So he does this thing where he, like, pulls us in. We have to use this to increase our escape, but I'll be eaten in 4 turns. He'll get us in there. Okay, so see, here you go. This is kind of nice. We can know thy place to him. Weak and vulnerable. So he's only dealing 6. But we can minion strike out our defense, hopefully. Oh, we didn't get any. Starting bombardment this soon is not half bad. Again, this is the boss, so we'll heal back whatever we take. So honestly, just chucking damage at him is not the worst in the world. I think maybe I play both of these. Like, 7 damage is okay, but to not have to do them later on is kind of nice, actually. Like, when I'm not too worried about it. Unless he has some move that, like, halves it or something. Yeah, look, 24 damage. That's going to be nice here. Okay, so we want to monologue. He's going to do 28. I mean, I think we need to start casting our defense since we haven't had the chance to. What's the other one? Manifest is what we wanted, dude. Yeah, block for 8. 20 damage is a lot. I think maybe we venerate to put weak on him. Right? Glow? Yeah. We do venerate. We do falling star. Now he's only dealing 21, so that saved us 7 HP. And then we'll gain 5 block. And these will all turn into 3 more. We'll do some damage from Parrying Shield, and he'll take 3 back from our Thorns. 24 from Bombardment. You know, that's kind of nice to put the timer on them. Okay, so here we've got Monologue. He's just buffing. So Manifest Authority is okay in case we get a damage. Prep Time is a power. So we don't mind that. At the start of our turn, gain Vigor. I think Vigor makes our first attack deal 6 damage. We can put Know Thy Place on him and then deal 11 with Shining Strike plus more because we weakened him. Yes. We don't need to alignment or anything, yeah. Weak will make him deal... I do have a weak potion. I need to remember that. 6 from something. Strength. He's going to do more damage. Bombardment, he's at 11. 111. This Frantic Escape is one of the more expensive ones, so we'll kind of skip over it. Cosmic Indifference. We want the 9 block. What's in our discard pile right now? Monologue? Let's pull Monologue back out, huh? Do we get to choose? Know Thy Place also seems kind of nice. But I feel like Monologue makes us do more damage. I don't know. That's a hard choice, actually. We don't have any defense. So we're just going to take... Oh, no, we did use it already. I think Shining Strike to gain 2 and then Devastate to just deal a ton seems kind of nice with it, you know? Maybe we can Venerate to get 2 back afterwards, too, to make sure we've got enough moving forward. 30. Yeah, because we've only got 1 here, so this will still deal a little tap. 7 is okay, but I like kind of setting up and still getting a little damage out. Okay, we're at 2 more turns, so we do need to make sure we're casting a runaway as well. Ooh, Bombardment is actually going to finish him off, so I'm not as worried about it. Frantic Escape. We will Shining Strike. Oh, maybe I should have not cast the... I should have drawn 2 cards. Now we're going to take a free... Well, it doesn't matter because we heal to full anyways, so... Nice. Let's go. Okay, so we survived not doing 2 guys there. A second Bombardment? Does that work, actually? Where we're dealing both? Is that crazy? Is that too much? That seems a little crazy to me, to do both bombardments. We don't really need that, right? That would be so funny, though. Double Bombardment is just like the classic YouTube clickbait, too, you know? Like, just keep blasting them. We have so much energy. I'm just going to take it. The Double Bombardment. All right, Act 3. Let me... all this water I'm drinking, I'm not used to this, dude. I'll have to remember this for Friday. That we're really going hard out here. On the... punishing the porcelain, you know what I'm saying? Okay, Act 3. And we have no... We have no... I mean, we have Double Bombardment. That might have been a bit much. I don't know if Double Bombardment was the right way to go, you guys. That might have been a little goofy with it. We'll see, though. We'll see. All right. At the start of each turn, draw additional 2 cards. You may not draw cards during your turn. Honestly, we have very little that draws cards during our turn besides the minions. Create an ethereal copy of the first attack you play each turn. If the card in your hand... Lose 9 max HP. What? Gain an ethereal each turn. You know? 9 max HP isn't bad. Gain 1 intangible. Ethereal and exhausted. So as soon as you pull it, you'd have to play it. Reduce all damage taken and HP lost to 1 this turn. A Distinguished Cape has to be what the Regent would get too, right? Like, of all of the things, he does not care about these other 2. He's definitely going for the Distinguished Cape. And he's casting apparitions of himself and giant bombardments. We'll take the 9 HP. The Chosen Cheese means that that's basically nothing to us, you know? The Chosen Cheese kind of just gave us that for free. Okay, we talked about an early shop, so I'm seeing an early shop here, and I'm seeing an early shop here. So this is the first demon we were just talking to. Yeah, I forgot. So we've got an early elite, that path. So this way I'm already seeing... like 1, 2, and then a fire. Like, we take no fights going this way. And honestly, like, taking no fights isn't the worst, really. Like, I'm trying to think. We don't get potions, which we don't really need that much of. We don't get money, which this way there's no shop. Like, we have to take an early shop. So there's really no point in getting money. So here there's... Whoa, look, this one, you're done. I mean, one of these might be a fight, but it's just like it's over at that point. One of those have got to look at that. It's all questions this way. That's so funny. I mean, it's 2 fights. It's literally 2 fights and then the boss. I wonder if that's like a specific design for them to say, okay, well, you know, because if you have juju beads, that's one of these that make it so that these question marks can't spawn an enemy fight. You would only have to fight 2 guys this whole thing. I just don't think I'd be strong enough for the queen up there. So that seems out of the question. Let's not go that way. So we'll X out that one. I like if you could get this direction and go that way, that seems like it could be okay to hit these 2. Only 1 elite. You'd have to do your 2 elite, your first elite kind of early into a second elite here. And then you'd get 1, 2 fires. That doesn't seem that bad. So going this way, going this way, going this way. I think maybe we do that. Maybe we go this way and loop up this direction. I don't think these minions are too hard, honestly. And that gives us 2. And if we're here, we could even take a 3rd one and go up that other direction. Dang, it's harder to write with the mouse than I thought. You know? Like if we were like, we've destroyed everything, we could go this way. But that just seems a little ridiculous. I don't think we'll go up all that direction. We'll put the 3 in the question mark, but we'll leave this to decide. I mean, because if we are like full HP coming out of this guy, why not go for the 3rd one and go all the way up there? We get an extra 15 HP, so this heal could be big. We'll probably end up going this way. One of these is probably going to be a fight anyways. Maybe a shop would be good. That seems like our best bet. Like, I'm even noticing if we went this way, we could fight 3. So there is, like, paths to fight 3. And look, if we go here, 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 we do get a second heal in between this 3rd one. So maybe right here we say this is the real spot to decide if we want 3. You know? Because this is doable and we get the heal before the 3rd one. So it's like, do we think 3 of these will be worth, you know, going either of these directions? Or do we want to just run away? And this way lets you just run away, I guess. So that'll probably be smarter. And we can decide later on. Plus, this elite might roast us anyways. Okay. So we want to do that one. Let's proceed and go this way. Okay, Living Shield and Turret Operator. We got Apparition first turn, so they won't be able to do any damage to us. See, this is what I would be a little worried about, is this Ethereal and Exhaust. If this card is in your hand at the end of the turn, it's exhausted. So, but taking 0 damage with 1 card, pretty nice. I find beating the Living Shield is better than fighting the Turret Operator, or else he gives 25 block to the Turret Operator at the end of every turn. And that's just a lot of block. So you just kind of got to see, it's kind of a damage check. Can you do 55 damage before the Turret Operator gets strong enough to blast you? And the Turret Operator, they're still doing 6 damage to me. So it could be worth getting a defense out. I think I might do Glow. Look, there we go. Cosmic Indifference. So I've got 2 left. I think I want to charge early on and then maybe Cosmic Indifference. I know we have Black Hole, But we could pull that back. No, we can't. What's in our discard pile right now? Glow? This gives us enough defense to not take any damage, though, which that just seems smarter for us right now. I think I charge Cosmic Indifference, and then we'll save the Black Hole for later. Devastate we could cast, though, for 30 damage. I mean, that going to 6 might be we just take it, right? Getting charge early just seems nice. Okay, so the question is if we Devastate into Cosmic Indifference, we don't take any damage, and we just beat them on the next turns, you know? I think that's what we've got to do. We trust in the deck that it will survive even without the charge transforming things. And we can pull one of these back. I'm not exactly sure which one we want to do here. Maybe Glow? I feel like Devastate we're not going to get a second one out right away because we're already back down to 1, and we need at least 2 abilities to get it back up to 30, and Glow might be one of those abilities. So we'll just take Glow. Oh, and we'll get the defense from that stuff. That's what I should have thought about, is that we just get the defense from everything. Wow, that makes Thorns really strong too. And we get 3 of those every turn. That seems really good. Okay, so now we need to be a little more careful. Bombardment is perfect here because it beats this guy even. And now we just focus on this one. So I think we tell him to know thy place, which should make him deal less damage. Yeah, look, that made him deal like 5 less damage. Then we can defend. Seems good. We could gain 2. And then draw 2. Deal 8. I kind of want to draw to get back to our ability. I mean, we're going to beat him pretty quick here. He's got the vulnerable on him. But I think we do this to see if we can draw some extra defends, you know? And then here, even the 12 damage and then an extra defend is still 1 less damage for us at the end of the day. And yeah, 18, like, wait, did we not draw any? That was, oh, next turn we'll draw 2. That's what it is. 11. So he actually didn't deal any damage to us, and he almost got himself there. Oh, the bombardment got him. Okay, that bombardment, I'm glad we're double bombardment. We don't need anything. Hidden cache might be okay, but we're about to take something else out of our deck. Now, before I go snap this up real quick, let's check these. Upon pickup, brews 5 random potions. We don't even have enough room for 5. Enemies drop 10 additional gold, totally worthless. Every time you play 10 attacks, gain an energy. I think our energy production is okay. Now, our double bombardment might work with this, where it's playing more bombardments. Choose 1 of 3 random cards to add to your hand. It costs 0 to play this turn. Any card? Those really tempt me. The discovery of it all. Okay, we're going to take out... Honestly, do we want to take out a strike? Or do we want to take out a defend? We did get 2 new defends, so let's take out a defend. Now, I really am still tempted to choose Discovery, perchance. Kingly damage. Whenever you draw a card, this... Yeah, that's kind of nice. Whenever you draw this card, its cost is reduced by 1. That takes a while, actually. This was a great pickup. Weak and Vulnerable are such strong abilities in this game. Like, wow. They make a huge difference. I mean, it exhausts, so we don't always have to use it. I guess it will still be in the deck after. I don't care, dude. I want the discovery, you know? Sometimes it's nice to have cards. 25 seems like a fair bid, and you're right, it kind of is. Okay, so these scrolls will make you lose max HP whenever they deal unblocked damage to you. We did not draw much block here. We've got block, defend. Yeah, what could we do here? Apply 1 week to all enemies seems necessary. Because now 1 defend whenever you deal unblocked attack damage to you. So I think I'll still lose 2. Does anything draw? No, dang. So I definitely want to block, but let's see. Let's cast Monologue first. I still have 4 energy, so, you know, not all hope is lost. 31 HP on this guy. Guiding Star does 12. This does 7 plus 17. I think could get him. 1, 2, 3, 4? You know, I think that's enough. 30, 16. Yeah, we got him. Let's go, dude. Maybe I could have even done it to him. So wait, but I need to get this defend out plus our belt. I think we'll be safe, actually. From our, yeah, from, wow, Cloak Clasp. I will never speak bad of you again. I'm so sorry, Cloak Clasp. I really did not believe, but you've made all the difference. You just saved us a bunch of max HP. Like, those little chips of damage really add up over time. Okay, does this guy just destroy one of them? I can Apparition, but I still will take the hits from them if I Apparition. Bombardment deals so much, LOL. That's insane, dude. 24 damage? I guess we'll Manifest Authority, though. We do want to block these guys. We don't have any... They're both doing double hits, and put a card on top of your draw pile. Let's do the Ethereal. Right? Or no. We want to do the Strike. We just need the 8 block. And then Apparition will stop everything, dude. 8? Yeah, look at that. Okay, I'm goofy. Apparition is broken. I don't know what I was talking about. And this will finish one of these guys off. He's got less HP. You know, wow. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's glow for 2 cards. You know, give me the 2 energy. We'll hold on to that energy for the next round. I kind of like that. You don't have to draw or use those. The energy persists, so it's kind of always nice to use. Bombardment, we're doing kind of nice up here. Now, we do have to remember, every combat might give us 1 extra HP. 20 fire damage is nice. Black Hole Plus? I don't think we can get rid of the other one. Okay, I think our deck is looking okay right now. You know, we didn't take any damage to those guys. Potion Courier. There is a sour smell in the air, and shortly after, you find a Potion Courier collapsed on the ground, unmoving, lifeless. Dead? While their belongings have been ransacked, there is a batch of foul-smelling potions with a note. Recipient, Merchant. Grab 3 potions, deal 12 damage to everyone. Can be thrown at the merchant for 100 gold instead. Well, there's no more merchants, and we've already got 3 potions, so we'll take the 1 uncommon. Retain your hand for 2 turns. That's okay. Only a single potion was intact. You know, we looted for some coins there. So we're going to go this way, I think. I think I decided. Because the combats are nice so far. Oh, wait, but do we want to go this way to just do more combats? I mean, we got that fun potion there. One of these is either going to be like a shop or a combat. If it's a shop, we're kind of roasted. But if it's so... We take this guy first. Let's see how much HP we have if we're really doing that good. Because see, like 29, this looks scary, but Apparition is so strong. He's dealing 1 damage to us now. We just do Falling Star Bombardment, and this guy's is just on a ticking time bomb now. 2 defense. Cloak Clasp with the exhaust, with that intangible thing, is so good. I wonder if the Ancients give you better things as you lose or something. I mean, again, this, a second intangible. Now he's just dealing 4 damage to me. I don't have any block unless I glow, maybe, some out. We'll put the vulnerable on him. We can't make him deal 0. Rotten War plus this, I think, is going to be my most damage. Unless I want some stars back. But I think we'll be doing good defense. Because the stars really just help me cast more damage at the end of the day. So I think Rotten War plus just doing Sovereign Blade hit is better for me. Yeah, actually, we might be crushing... Oh, he still hit through that? That's crazy. Yeah, bombardment him. Ooh, here comes our second bombardment with the Apparition. Ah! We needed an energy for that, actually. Well, he's still only dealing 1, so it's not like this is the end of the world. Let's Discovery Manifest Authority. We've just got a lot of defenses here. Like, we could Shining Strike for an 8, but I kind of want to see what else we get. Does any of this give? No. So this is free. Deals 30 damage. If this kills an enemy, gain 5 stars. Gain 13 block. At the start of your turn, exhaust a card. I mean, for how expensive this one is, we're just going to go for the knockout blow. You know, that gives us that extra damage that we need. And then what? I was going to Manifest Authority to draw the colorless? Or should I just do Charge to do more damage the next turn? I think we beat him if I do that, honestly. 2 cards from my draw pile. What are we changing? Defend and Devastate is what we're changing. Yeah, I think that sounds decent to me, honestly. Defend. Devastate. We get the minions back out. He does nothing. We do 18 damage to him. We get knockout blow again. 3? No, we don't have 3 to spend on that. We hit him with a minion strike. We hit him with a minion strike. We don't have an intangible this time, so it would be nice to actually get him. Oh, look, knockout blow deals 30. Let's go. We got him with the knockout blow. Okay, he did 1 damage to us, so we are actually doing pretty good here. 20 damage. Let's get rid of the 2 strength, because we'd have to cast 5 attacks to make 2 strength do 10 damage each. So discard that. Book of 5 Rings. Every 5 cards you add to your deck heal. So see, that's really not even going to do anything for us. Because we really aren't going to be adding many more cards to our deck. Yeah, we don't want any of that stuff. So a bit unfortunate. Okay. So now I have to decide. Do I want... This way is actually kind of safer. I want 3. I do want 3. I think is what I've decided. And this way seems safer for it, to go up this direction. To go 1, 2, 3, and then heal. Because we don't need the heal after that guy. So that's really nice for us, you know? We don't need the heal. We get extra combat in, and we get the heal later. Okay, perfect. I love bombardment on the first turn, that they're not doing anything, you know? You know, I think actually dealing with the constructs is better. But I hit this guy first, so now I feel like he's almost done for anyways. I think I Venerate Strike here. Or Venerate Guiding Star, even. You know, we could even explode to get all of them, but... Great first turn, honestly. This guy's like, well, 13. See, that's why maybe going for one of them would be better. But look, he's dealing the most damage anyways. Bombardment hits a random. We're going to Apparition, so it doesn't even matter thanks to Apparition. That's so strong. As long as we save 3 cards, they won't be able to stop us, actually. That just doesn't feel right, dude. Like, when people say it's RNG dependent, it's because there's cards so strong like that. So let's see. We need to do 13 to him. We've got 4. We're going to cast this. We haven't used that in a few turns. Because then this will do, like, 11. So if we know that I place him first, this should do enough to finish him off. 3 to the others. We don't really have enough for anything else, but I think we add the colorless and charge our deck up. Like, we take this one and probably this one. And then Manifest Authority, just to get the colorless out. We don't have the energy for it, but alas. And 11 block. They really take damage from that too. Like, it works so well with our thorns even. And look, we drew both of them, but alas. And again, we don't get the second bombardment out because we're using it, but you know, for 1 damage, I am okay with that. And I think we'll get enough damage from like Devastate here. Like 4, that's a lot of damage to give up. Or a lot if we could just do Rot. Will it deal enough? No, we're not getting any extra. So we will just Devastate. Because that does get a little extra from the black hole damage. And I guess we do 3 on Thorns, but still. The Bombardment comes in. We finish this guy out with Minion Strikes. We Monologue first to make them do more. I do really like the Discovery, actually. Let's just... It costs 1. And it's free? Yeah, dude, that's so nice. Oh, it wasn't free. Huh. That's weird. Well, we'll hit him with that and we win anyways. 74 max HP. It's so funny we're almost back to the top. Royal Gamble. So this one is nice because it's like if you ever get to 5, you can have 9. Do I want to take the Royal Gamble? It is upgraded. I mean, I'm sort of feeling it this round, you know? Radiates 0. Deal 3 damage to all enemies for each star gained this turn. Interesting. It's just, do we end up just sitting on it for a long time? Kind of, yes. But if we do get a turn where we've got like that big laser one, plus it's just an extra skill that might give us some more strength, I think we take it and hope for the best, you know? Okay, so here we want to go this way. Right? Like, why would I want to go? I wouldn't want to just go up there. That's just totally missing a free charge right there. Whenever you shuffle your draw pile, gain a card. Okay, we aren't doing that quite that much because of how many cards we have, but alas, that's of my own doing. What can I say? Okay, so here we have Flail Knight, Spectral Knight, and Magi Knight. And I know Spectral Knight, this debuff is terrible for us. So we really want to try to stop that. It looks like, though, we need to just Apparition and then start our bombardment on him. I mean, nothing else is super helpful for us here. I might go ahead and throw our Explosive Ampule We could even do the retain. The retain is actually really good with apparition, I think. I don't know if the ethereal makes it go away with retain. I feel like explosive ampule, though, gets the most usage on these guys. So, like, just the most damage, since there is actually 3 of them. So this Hex, all of your cards are ethereal. So if I end with a card in my hand, we lose it. So we got some decent stuff here. We can Monologue. I think we Manifest Authority to help us block some of this damage, and Cosmic Indifference, because we've got 5. So let's put this out. Let's gain 8 block. And do Catastrophe. Ethereal. Play 3 random cards from your draw pile. That's not half bad. We're going to Cosmic Indifference first, though, and pull back out Manifest Authority. No, we probably want Monologue back out so we can finish this guy off as quick as possible. I'm going to Catastrophe and then Strike, I think. Or do I want to Catastrophe and then defend? 9. Yeah, I think let's Catastrophe. Know Thy Place, not half bad. Gain cards. Guiding Star, good hit. 13. I can finish him off, actually. That will save me more. And I won't lose any cards to Ethereal. Wow. Yeah, we are looking kind of good, actually. I mean, we finished that guy so quickly. Wow, we had a chatter, but they were just selling bots. You know, I'm making it, dude. We were already back to the bot chatters. I love it. I love it. All right, Apparition, good. I think we just... Oh, I should have monologued first. But then I think I just Bombardment here. I want to see if they both work. This will be the first time we get to see if both of them have activated, right? Do I want to gain 2 and keep up the Assault? Honestly, what would I keep it up with? Charge? I could turn both these blocks in. I mean, why not, dude? Never relent, right? Charge to get both of these blocks into strikes. So I'll have those next turn, and then I can deal 10 to him. There we go. Yeah, hit yourself on my thorns. 3 damage. 6 to him. This guy with his lance. Bombardment. Bombardment? Let's go. Okay, it does work. That's pretty great. Wow. Okay, so we want to black hole first. He's just going to defend here, so we might as well just hit him with a bunch of stuff. Let's minion strike. Minion strike. 2 random cards, I think, is just because there's not enough out there. Let's Discovery. If Forge 3, Spectral Shift at the start of your turn, add 1. I guess we'll do that one. You know, if it's free. A free power is always kind of nice to have. I mean, this is going to be over once we blast this guy anyways. I think... Oh, no, I have to do Catastrophe this time. I didn't do Black Hole, actually, but I don't know if that's going to matter not much. He's going to put some shields up. 5 shields? And the Bombardment gets him. Oh, he survives with 1, actually. Okay. Well, we'll do this. We'll let him know thy place. I know, he's only got 1. We'll finish him off with a strike. Okay, Potion Belt. So now we can have 5 potions. We'll take the Cure-All. Interesting. Guiding Star. Okay, we don't need any of that. Skip, skip, skip. Okay. So maybe these guys will give us another potion, too. Or 2 for the boss. That would be quite nice. So here we're going to Smith. Can we upgrade these? Wait, what do these upgrade into? They're not ethereal if you upgrade them. Whoa. Discovery. What is... Did that even do anything? Oh, you can keep it. Whoa, that gets rid of the exhaust. Wait, because Apparition, if I could do all of them, that would be one thing. Do I get the double bombardment for the meme of it? I mean, it's hard to say no to that, right? Double bombardment strikes with 24 damage. It just sounds kind of nice. These, see, I wish I had these earlier to upgrade. Reduce all damage taken and HP loss to 1. It's not retained though. So it's still like if I get it on a turn that they're not dealing damage to me, that is kind of sad. But I think it's between Discovery and Bombardment. I mean, Discovery, as the game continues, will keep being strong, but I'll just keep getting bigger and bigger hands that I could keep rotating through with my guy with, you know? And it's free the turn you play it. 1 of 3 random cards, and it costs 0. It adds some fun excitement. But I feel like the bombardment might be... I mean, 6 damage every turn is just... Since we're doing them, I'm going to upgrade them, you know? I really want to make the double bombardment work, so we're going to take the double bombs. Double bombardment plus. It's what makes me feel unstoppable for sure. I mean, look at this. We can Apparition to take no damage and then start our bombardment already. We'll Know Thy Place. Weak and vulnerable on him. Honestly, we'll hit him with another one. I think this bombardment will finish him off. And we can use the black hole started. Okay. That was like the ideal round 1 hand. So these axe spots like recall 3 times, but start over each time you kind of beat one of them. So I don't remember what debuff they put on me. I couldn't beat both of them in one turn to get them both done, but this is just a common enemy, so they're not like the strongest things in the world. Oh, I didn't see what we got there. Apparition. Did he put it in here? Did he just... Oh, maybe he just frailed us. Oh, there's our bombardment. There's our second bombardment on our second turn where we also got Apparition. So, like, Monologue bombardment is just the best thing to do here, right? I mean, into Apparition, of course, to take 0 damage. And then I could even just Discovery to cast another move on him for free. Forge 8. Put Sovereign Blade into your hand from anywhere. Gross. Gain 7 block. Add around random colorless. I guess we'll just do Forge every turn. I think that slowly makes it stronger, that if we need it eventually, we can use it. Yeah, he can still put abilities on us that make us do less damage. Bombardment's coming in. Got that guy out of the way. Yeah, I like the bombardments, though. Those are pretty good. Okay, so they're both defending this turn. We will take damage. I'm playing very reliant on our defense, though. So we do need to remember that we won't always have it. Let's cast this to turn a strike. And I think the Rot in War. We don't really need Forge while we've got this power going. I think we just want the draw out. So 2 for 10 damage. I've got a strike. I've got a Cosmic Indifference to bring a card on top of our draw pile. Which one would we want? Monologue? Know Thy Place, maybe? I guess we really try to D up while the bombardment happens, right? So maybe just the 10 damage is nice. 4 damage plus what? Nothing, plus knowing what we would get to draw next turn, which could be the Monologue into double minion strike. which would be kind of more than the extra damage, you know, from 10. Because it would be like, well, 2. It could be. It could be. I think it has the potential. I mean, 10 damage there. I think I do that. And then Cosmic Indifference and just pull out Monologue. Oh, and we keep Royal Gamble. That's right. 10 defense. I wonder if the bombs will beat one of these guys. Okay, it did actually. The bombardment rules. Let's go. Monologue. Apparition to not take any damage. I think we glow to draw 2 cards. We minion strike. We could defend. We've got 2 energy. 1 would get us to 5, and we could Royal Gamble to get 9. And honestly, that was doing so much to just beat him straight up. Now I can minion strike to draw. Wait, did I only have 1 draw there? I could alignment to gain 2 and hit him with the minion strike and the guiding strike. You know? Minion strike. There's all our drawback. Guiding Star deals 19. And then this hits him again. And then I think we just venerate to make sure we have enough stars still. Yeah, the King's Flush came in handy there. We started like looping on him there. That was kind of nice. And here comes the bombardment to clean it all up for us. The double bombardment is so great. Okay, explosive potion, right? Crush under, radiate for each thing gained this turn. I don't think we want more cards necessarily. That does sound kind of fun. Like maybe we should have taken that. Okay, aggressive bird. We got 2 apparitions at once, unfortunate. But I think we just do this. Having the apparitions with the bombardments when we have extra energy is so nice. I mean, it's making us like really tanky and letting them really start to get some blasts out. Okay, see, here's another one. Apparition into Know Thy Place into bombardment for 36, actually. And then I think we discover and defend so that he's not dealing damage to us. Forge 30 damage. Wait, 7 times deal 7 damage to all enemies 7 times? Is this really free if we select it? No, you still need the 7. Okay. That was a good test to see what would happen. And it will give us the extra block at least to block all of his hits here. So they still cost stars. To get bombardmented. The double bomba. He really can't do much against that. Okay, we don't have a lot good here. Let's glow to draw 2 more. We will black hole. And then I think we'll charge and turn this one. And let's just turn Devastate in. We don't need the extra 30 damage, it doesn't seem like, from how strong some of these hits already are, you know? Okay, we'll just block here. I mean, he's just buffing, but sword, we deal less damage? Yeah, so he can avoid some of this. Okay, so here we want to start with Royal Gamble. Mostly because I want to be able to use Falling Star into both our minion strikes to deal more. Ooh, we can 7 stars him. Wow. We have enough for it. We've got 7 and 2. I mean, 5 is 35. That'll beat him here. Let's go. The bombardment continues. A second explosive ampule. You know, that's good because this queen has 2 of them. Every 6 skills you play in a turn, put this into your hand. Make it so. Are we playing a lot of skills? Like alignment, venerate, manifest authority. We're playing these 2 attacks and then our apparitions. That's really what we're built around. But so 6 extra damage. It does work well with... I mean, we're already at 26. Like, does one more 0-cost card make that much of a difference? Every 3 skills you play in your turn, put this into your hand. Yeah, dude, make it so. You know, we need something that's going to keep us dealing damage throughout. Okay, rough. No defense here. We'll know thy place. Let's glow to draw 2 more cards. There's our apparition. Let's go. Now he deals no damage to us. Every 3 skills you play, you draw this card. We already got it on the very first turn. Yeah, that was a perfect pickup. Okay, okay. I'm liking that one. I don't know what I was talking about. I don't play enough. So we want to cast it because if we do 3 more skills, we might get it again, right? Which, like, I think we're going to do. Discovery is a skill. Whenever you create a card, gain 3 block, deal 7 damage to 7 enemies. We know doesn't work. This for free to get 2 extra next turn seems really strong. So if I cast this, we'll get 2 to be able to play all of these. Do I really need to play all of these? No. But won't it make me deal Cosmic Indifference again? I want to try. And with this, I can actually draw Know Thy Place out again. Which I really like as a card because it will help me get rid of his debuffs. And then I wanted to try my defense here. Yes, and then we got Make It So again to deal another 6 damage. You know, it's not the most damage in the world, but it's just extra all the time. Like, that did 6. He did 1 to us. Okay, we got a second apparition, but see, like, here it doesn't help us as much. Add 1 random colorless to your hand. Could be what we need to save it. Next turn, draw 2 cards is pretty nice. What do we want to do? What do we want? So we've got some damage. He's going to put a debuff on us. That's going to be fire, which will deal like a couple damage to us when we're in the, when we have them in our hand. So we've got 7. So we're definitely going to like rot in war into the actual just blade itself. I think we manifest authority to see what we get. Put an extra attack from your draw pile in your hand is kind of nice. I want our bombardment out. You know? Like, let's start him on that train. And we got Make It So out already. Or again, to do another 6 to him. So 12, draw 2. Or I could do Rot in War plus the blade itself. I think I do both of these. Gain 1 intangible. All damage taken and HP loss is reduced to 1 this turn. Yeah, I think I just Guiding Star Shining Strike. Just, you know, deal another 20. Because this is... I could even deal the 7 after that. And just keep the blade out. Yeah, that makes the most sense to me. You know, give me that extra. How did I get the vulnerable on him? Anybody got any clue? I didn't think I hit him with something that added vulnerable. Yeah, see, at the end of your... This is in your hand, take 2 damage. Here comes my bombs. I'm literally max items here, though. Okay, so I'm only got 3 energy this time, and he's buffing. So let's Black Hole. Let's charge to turn strike, and I think devastate is going to have to go. You know, we could lose defend. We still have apparition coming up this next turn, which is really nice for us. So I think maybe we go defend here, because that will help us get to that apparition better. Now, we will take 2, 4, 6, 8 if we don't do any defense here, actually. I didn't think about that. I've only got 1 left, though, so really, these had better all give me defense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if I stopped here, that should block all from my belt. Is that crazy to do? None, 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 none. Yeah, because this turn I should get apparition. Bombardment's still hitting him. There's apparition. I mean, I think... Oh, I should have done Monologue first. Wow, and I still have 3 to do everything else. So I can... No, wait. We want a Falling Star to do Vulnerable. We want a Minion Strike. Now that's doing 12. We drew our other Minion Strike, dealing 13. Royal Gamble we don't have enough for. So then we go into our Bombardment to deal 40. And he's only going to deal nothing to us back. Let's go. You know, not having the intangible round 1 wasn't half bad. I kind of like we have so many cards, they get stretched out a lot. Like, if we get them in different turns, it's really, really good for us. Okay, he's almost done here. We're going to Monologue into... Do I Sovereign Blade him? Yeah, let's just hit him with the Sovereign Blade. Ooh, we got an Epoch discovered. That's like more lore for us. Let's go. Another explosive ampule. Fencing manual. At the start of each combat, forge 10. Okay, you know, so we'll have Sovereign Blade out with us. Child of the Stars. Whenever you spend stars, gain 3 block for each star spent. 3 block for each. We've got to take that. We don't have any powers. I think that makes us actually really unkillable. And 1 isn't going to hurt us too much. Let's see. Do we want 20 to the boss or 10 to both? I think we want 10 to both. Ooh, let's see what we can upgrade here too. We hadn't taken any damage, y'all. Make it so deals 9. We could go for the item discovery. We could add it to one of the apparitions. I think adding it to one of the apparitions is actually okay here. Just because I'm worried about what some of these bosses might do. All right, let's check on the queen. So she's got this enemy, the minion, can deal 18, you know? So this is our exhaustible one. So if we could block 18, we might not want to beat her. But first we're going to throw all of these. So explosive, 10 each, 10 each, 10 each. So this will block 18. Devastate. We got black hole early. So I think if we apparition, stopping that 18 seems nice. Let's black hole seconds to make sure we're doing damage on any of our abilities. I think then we venerate charge. We have our strike out. So if we charge, we're going to be changing this strike and this defend probably. I think that's what sounds the most right to me. Charge for defend and strike. Okay, so now those become a little better. They get them out of our deck. We've got 1 more. Honestly, I think we venerate to start getting our energy up. And then we get the Make It So in to deal some more damage. I think we want to beat the Torch Head as quick as possible. Because I think she buffs it. She puts a pretty bad affliction on us too. I wonder what it's going to do to us here. Chains of Binding. The first 3 cards are bound to each other. That's right. Okay. So we can't use the ones besides that. Here's another apparition. So yeah, blocking 18, it's just kind of nice, I feel like. Glow, we want to draw 2 more cards. We want our bombardment out. We drew another apparition. Dang, dude. That makes us go way slower here. Gain 2 hits. Let's Falling Star this guy. Let's Item Discovery. And I think we're going to Cosmic Indifference something back. Right? Like Devastate or Falling Star probably for a little extra defense. I mean, we could go a little more damage here, like hit him with the Rot and War and then Sovereign Blade. Right? 1, 2. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that might be what we do. Any powers at the start of our turn gain 2. At the start of your turn gain a colorless. That seems nice because of these chains we have on. I think that might be what I do. I mean, if we get our other power, this Genesis one becomes really strong too. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Genesis or Spectrum Shift? I mean, it's got to all start here. Those seem like they work together. This just seems like it works specifically well against the curse she's got on me. So that's what I'm going to do here, is take that one. And then I'm going to make it so against this guy, deal a little extra. And then Rotten War, deal 10. And then Sovereign Blade, 25. Yeah, that seemed like it was pretty strong. Gain energy, draw 2 cards. Do I want that right now? Retain your hand for 2 turns. Will that make me retain Apparition? No, dang. Well, it was worth a shot. Weak and vulnerable. Okay, and we get less armor? That's annoying. Child of the Stars came out this turn. Alignment gives us 2 energy. So I think, okay. We want to Child of the Stars here. I know Monologue is strong, but we really want this out. So then we alignment to get 4. And then let's go... Wait, dude, we have like no defense now. We're gonna take 36 damage. We're gonna need this, I think. Dramatic Entrance to do 8 to everybody is great. Thank you for the power. I think Bombardment into... Ooh, let's see. 6 block. 6 block. So I could get 12 block to block 1 of the 12 he's hitting us with. But I think I really need to start the bombardment on them. I had really needed it sooner. Yeah, let's just try with the double bombardment. We've got to start. And then 1 upgraded colorless versus something from our discard pile. Nothing great in the discard pile besides maybe the Weaken. I think we're going to take the random colorless. Yeah, prep time is okay when we get it up. Okay, 17. So we blocked a little. You know, we did a little back. The queen is still just buffing up over there. I think our bombardments start coming in real strong here now, though. Volley. When did we get volley? And why doesn't it get the bound on it? I think we just do, like, Monologue. We don't have enough for that. I might just bombardment here, and we tank the 22. Gain a star. I mean, if we drew that, we could get 6 block. from one of these and pull out... What else do we want back? Maybe we pull out the Monologue again? Maybe we pull out the Falling Star? We need some energy, honestly, or some stars to use some of this stuff. So we haven't gotten that one that kind of resets over and over again. You know what I mean? The Shining Strike. I think though 6 block is kind of nice. Did I say I had a way to get that? Yeah. The Cure-All. Which 2 cards are we drawing? Minion Strike. That's not half bad. Minion Strike, this might actually beat this guy. 6. Gain 2. Do we have another hit? That one costs 2. If I do block... Deal 9 damage to a random enemy. Because this can give me 2. Shining Star will give me 1, and then Guiding Strike will beat him. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Oh, and we get the 3s from those. So 8, that'll actually beat him. Wow. Okay, we handled him. We've got 2 moves still. Let's take Vigor, and then let's Guiding Star her. You know, we've started on the Queen. We took 20 damage, but if that's all we take for the rest of this, we're going to be doing well here. 6, because we ended with 10 block. I forgot about our parrying shield. Bombardment starts to hit. Interesting that that still deals 18. Look at all those cards we drew. Okay. We don't need charge. Shining Strike is going to get that. Played this combat. Deals 26 damage. Wait, Golden Axe might be strong AF. So let's Monologue. Glow for 2, I'm thinking. So that we can Falling Star make it so. Falling Star. She's dealing 25. We're going to make it so to deal another 9. Do we have any defense? We don't have any defense, so I'm just going in on the damage. 21 damage. Golden Axe deals 27. And that only costs 1. So I could go... I could go this one and then Golden Axe for 28, I think is the most I can do here. 31. And then Golden Axe. 42. Okay, she might hit me a little here. We'll block at least 2 of those. Yeah, 12. Another 6 from our stuff. You know, 45. We're looking okay, I think. Especially with our Double Bombardment coming in. 25 damage. So we're going to make it so. Just to start, right? And then Omni Slash as well. You know, these are going really well with our Golden Axe getting the damage up. I think we're going to Manifest Authority for some defense. And then we've got 1, 2 more. That sounds good to me. Manifest Authority. Entropy. At the start of your turn, transform 1 card into your hand. Not my favorite thing ever. So we're going to Shining Star. And then Golden Axe. Okay. We're going to take a little again. But I think we're going to get through her here. I think this is the last guy. There might be one more after this. But I think we're going to get her here. Okay, Vulnerable. Salvo, deal 13 damage. Let's maybe Monologue Volley. Monologue 13. Volley deals 12, so that should be enough. Yeah, let's go. Okay, we did it. We did it. That was my first win with the Regent. Wow. Okay. So what worked really well for us here? Or I think it's the win. So we stayed thin early. We lived. We only took 1 guy. Oh, the Apparition is what won us this, dude. I mean, the Double Bombardment Apparition was unstoppable. That's really what got her. I mean, that's just pretty great right there. With the Monologue, and then I wonder if that worked. No, because it was after you played it. But with Monologue, make it so that could be really fun. But really just the fact we were dealing 50 damage for free, thanks to all the energy we had too. Cloak Clasp, honestly, a great ability. Like, that one is doing way more than something like Book of Five Rings is. Like, some of these just feel so much weaker. And even going in there with the extra exploding potions was kind of nice. I don't know if this fencing manual helped us a whole ton, but getting Lantern, Happy Flower, Pale's Blood, and Candelabra, we just had so much, like, card movement that it was just really, really good, I think. Okay, so then you you have this heart back here. This guy's, like, fixing the Spire or something. He's some kind of creator. You can see he's got these constructs back here. The heart is starting to pump in. One of the characters is kind of like this. He's even drawn it up back here. And he's got some guys that you kind of fight in this last round. And he must be the king. We fight the queen as this guy. You fight like his dog as one of them. And then you fight like the creator as one of them too, which is kind of fun. So... yeah, wow. That's obviously that's just rank 1. Like I said, I'm still learning. I feel like there was a bunch I wasn't quite doing as effectively. Like maybe I don't need that many cards or something. I need quiet. Sorry, buddy. I'll teach you some manners. Whack, whack, whack. And then he's just like, get back. Zap. I dealt 1240 damage to the architect. He's the architect, but it wasn't enough. I've dealt a total of 3,720 damage. I've won 3 times. The architect still stands despite taking, what is that, 43,364,377,307 damage from all who have faced him. How have some people not dealt 1240? You know, how did they just deal 7? Did I need to like be clicking or something? What causes that? Is it the number of cards you have? I got 5 new cards this run. I discovered 1 new relic, the Distinguished Cape. Pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, that cape was honestly nice. 3 apparitions. That was strong. That was incredibly strong. 9 HP for that. For a big deck like mine, because I wouldn't pull them all at once. I could see if you only had 15 cards, more than likely they might all come out at once. Yeah, like a double bombardment doesn't seem like things some of these pro people would do, but, you know. Okay, seeds. Magnum opus. Enamored by the growth of stability in flora and fauna, the architect spends decades researching and refining them. And so, at last, the penultimate creation, the ancient seeds, are complete. The seeds, which turned out to be failures, the mistakes, were placed in a heavy coffer and hurled into the ocean's depths. That doesn't sound right. You're now able to climb the Spire through customizable runs and seeds. Oh, that's kind of funny. You can customize what you run into, I guess. Traders, the Pact. All of these are like different little things that have happened. Let's see what we got here. Kill 15 elites as the Regent. His Majesty attempted to make friends. Literally, make them. They're quite sturdy and decent at following instructions. They're terrible at chess and enjoy pop music. Hey, they're just like me. Wow. The minions were swiftly demoted from friend to minion. Sigh. Look, he even drew them like the minions. That's pretty great. You know, being sturdy and good at instructions, bad at chess, and liking pop music, those are all things I honestly value, so that doesn't seem that bad at all. And I got new cards for him. Be Gone. Deal 4 damage. Transform a card in your hand into Minion Dive Bomb, which does 13 but costs 1. Transform a card in your hand. Arsenal. Look at this. I like the art with all the things coming out. Whenever you play a colorless card, gain 1 strength. That's kind of fun. You know, I like that you can kind of do a colorless build on him. It seems like he works kind of well with some of those. Or he, like, you know, pulls them all out. I really like how they've kind of pulled off that, like, what is it from? Fate Stay Night Infinite Blade Works ability with them, using some of the colorless cards. Super massive. Deal 5 damage, deals 3 additional damage for each card you created this combat. I don't know how many cards you're really creating. Like, does transforming them count? Do the minion ones count? Grand strategy, the Regent. Defeat? Me? The Regent of Staris does not know defeat. The strange man at the top of this tower must be defeated by me and only me. The Regent devises a royally brilliant plan to become stronger. To immortalize this, it is etched into a nearby stone. Try harder.